4 different menus to like get stuff to start. Now I just press a button. It's like boom, it's streaming. So I don't have to go like, boop, put that over there, close the little thing, because I'm not using Streamlabs anymore, so it's not opening random
You don't have
stuff
to
that I
go
want.
boopity spoop.
Exactly.
Boop-de-boop.
Now I just go, bleh, and it's just live.
Boop-de-boop.
So hello, everybody, welcome
Aww.
to session 40. We are 4/10. That's 2/5 of the way to 100. Isn't that amazing? That's incredible. We've had so many sessions together. It's been crazy. Happy New Year to everybody who's looking at this now. It's 2021. This is the first D&D session that I'm playing with these lovely, wonderful individuals. So lots of love. Thank you very much for bearing with my shenanigans and this like crazy campaign and with each other for all of last year. It's been good. I'm looking forward to what kind of crazy shenanigans we're going to get into in 2021. It's going to be good. I am excited. So without further ado, Aylin, could you please take it away with the recap?
Okay, so we pick back up. Baron had a really nice time with this date, and we make sure that he did, in fact, give her the Minotaur clock, and in exchange received a monocle of investigation, which is a +1 to any investigation roll when it's equipped. However, you can't dash when it's equipped. Baron awakes to find Melody next to him in bed, deceased. She was pretty old for the goblin. She got a peaceful look on her face, but she did. She wrapped in plastic. Not literally. Sorry.
We're off to a banging start.
Yeah. So he slaps himself to make sure he is in fact awake. He starts to panic and rushes to the rest of the group to be like, I done a murder. So, Core arrives and kicks in the door. Absolutely fabulous and necessary performance. We're all awake. Drudy and Jade have like the braid train going, and Core's like, hey, Jade, you should do a haircut on me because I'm feeling experimental. And Tamar fixes Melody's busted up door. At which point Baron arrives and is like, murder. Accidental murder.
Core's cute new look.
Cute hair.
I just think it's neat.
I should have done that with my hair. Sorry, I didn't have time.
That's okay. Oh my god, it would look very good.
Drudy and Ilaria ask for more details about the supposed murder, and Baron's like, I have the body in my hat.
Oh no.
And my favorite thing is that Core, we don't know him, and we all have alibis. Ilaria keeps it together.
With murder, boys.
Gets the rest of the details, and we put the body back. So Drudy, Baron, and Ilaria go back to deal with dead body while Jade finishes up Core's hair. And Jade gets to give Core his cake with the fabulous, like, 1K diamond on it. With the lollipop. And they decide to go out for brunch.
I'm going to see if I can find a lollipop. This would be great.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, basically, they're like, okay, in the back room, in the murder room, we're gonna call it that.
The murder room.
I could also call it the bedroom, but I really wish I wouldn't.
Just murder room fits.
Mm-hmm. The room that murdered our souls.
Yep.
Oh wait.
You know. Oh wait! We murdered our own souls.
Deathbed, the bed that eats people.
That's a cool idea. Who will steal the idea first? Will it be me? Will it be Emma? Will Aylin do it in a one shot? Who knows?
Whoever gets to mimics before neither of us have
Bed
done
mimics.
mimics yet.
Yeah.
You guys, I won't say anything.
Neither will I then.
It's fine. I'll just
Alright.
look for like a
Okay.
weird chain. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
When you hear the chest of drawers heavy breathing, like
Yeah.
There are no mimics here.
So the only thing that's like a
I'm
bit
not
sus
sure
is
all the lollipops are.
oh,
Yeah,
No.
I'm gonna solve.
Why don't you get an ice cube? That's not quite the same. Oh well.
Brian
only
isn't in
sus-
this game.
that's true. Tomorrow.
For next time, now you know.
The only sus thing we find about the body, is that there's a mint gold coin, which would give us the thought that like Calarel has been here, or maybe one of Calarel's followers. We tried to send a message to the council. They probably did too. Everybody people just dropping like flies in this town. Back to the brunch squad. Everybody's having some concern about Avros with his constant munchies. So Core does cast Identify and learns that he ate a cursed beetle.
Of course he did.
But no big deal. Basically, once we figure out that the council is probably dead, Drudy sends a message with the messenger pigeon to be like, hey, come back to the house. Drudy has filled in on the situation. Greater restoration on Avros. Curse fixed. No problems. Shares weird coin and murder findings. And suggests going to investigate. We do a stealth thing with it while hang on, I have to list all the NPCs. Avros,
You
Tamar,
got this.
Sapphire Man, Alaria, supervised by Core and Baron. Go to a bar.
That's a terrible supervisor set right there.
Well,
Yeah,
Baron's
literally.
not an NPC, but Core was doing most of the supervising.
Not an NPC yet.
This is very close between Core and Baron. I don't really know who I'd pick.
I do, but
If I had to pick a babysitter, I know who I'd pick.
yeah.
Peggy!
It would end in tears. He would fight children. He does not care that they're children. He would throw down.
Yup.
Speaking of which, I wonder how Peggy is doing. You guys remember Peggy?
Yes,
Yes.
I do remember Piggy. She's got my most precious, treasured cat.
Yeah,
So-
she does.
Okay, so the things that they find, that Jade and Drudy find on their stealth mission is Chutan has been murdered, there's a blood trail, Ket's statue is missing, and the teleportation circle has been altered. Jade makes a discovery with his book, because of his like fire hands, he lights up the pages and it reads, and this is just so very sad. Where did I Mike?
Oh.
No, I have it. I've got it. Here we go. The message written in several different languages is to find the stone of 12 and faced. True is sadness you must embrace. Let go of that which you love most to take the first step, then gaze above. If you do not heed this only cost, then wander aimlessly forever lost.
That's pretty
So-
sad.
Yeah. The thought there, or the thought that I had, Drudy probably also had, but Jade was sacrificed by Bronze because he was looking for the 12 stone.
Sorry,
Guess
Jade.
well, there's going to be ritual combat in our future.
That kind of sucks, dude.
Yeah. But
Jade
also
is slowly preparing himself for one-on-one duel with his parental figure, and it's going to be sad. Maybe if that's how it
It's
happens.
gonna be tears if this is.
just to put this out there, if you sacrifice that which you most love for like some sort
That's
of magical artifact, do you really love them?
No.
Exactly.
You know?
There's some
Anyway.
motives to be questioned.
But Jade,
It's the sus motives, and I think everybody gonna be wandering lost forever.
I'm wondering how Jade feels
Yeah.
about all this. I wonder if we'll find out.
yes,
Um,
yes.
Drudy leaves a message for the citizens of Torah because she's like, get your shit together, people, because you have nobody ruling you right now.
I thought we were ruling them. Just saying.
Well, no. Well,
I kind of
maybe.
thought that too. I thought we were about to be the council. Not gonna lie.
We could, but we have other shit on our plate, so somebody needs to come in
That's
and
true,
do
we
something.
The campaign is totally in your
Wait,
hands. If you guys
yeah.
want to rule over a tree city, that's totally up to you.
On a side note, speaking of ruling like nobles, my name was input incorrectly into the system at work, so my full title is actually Lady Lily, and it always comes up when they enter my name in the system.
Yee, that's amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
That's pretty powerful.
That is amazing.
That's epic. Trudy's real sad. So, and when she and Jade go back to the bar, also very important, Tamar prompted Core to have a talk about his feelings,
Feeling.
and essentially, Core says that people have voids inside them, and he was using people to fill that in him. He also, when he came back, he said he no longer wanted to find strangers to befriend randomly.
We'll go with that.
Yeah. But yeah, so that happens, and then Tamar brings the thing up, and then we come back, and Jade's like, hey, Core, I want to have a conversation with you. And it goes much differently.
That's when the shit hit the fan, everyone realized.
Didn't take very long into that conversation. Trudy's like, I'm having a moment. I'm gonna just be a cat. So she turns into a Tressum. And Jade asks Core to dance, and they're having a great time. And then they go out to the fountain and they have a conversation. And what it boils down to is that Jade is absolutely in love with Core.
He doesn't know this. I need that out there. He's just like, this is how all people feel about other people, right?
For sure. Core's like slowly turning half the party into his love interest.
Dating
Hello,
sim.
welcome to my
Dating
harem.
Welcome to Core's
So,
Harem episode
hang on
40.
a sec. Can I just check where the dating sim advice is in the player's handbook?
Oh, actually,
I
it's
thought it was on page 200, but I don't see it here.
I think that's in the
What do
DM's
you
guide.
think?
the DM's guide.
Oh, it's in the DM's guide?
Yeah.
Excuse me, where's the romance promptings? Let's just see.
Core did it.
Oh, right, there it is. There it is. NPC party members, contacts, dating sim. Beautiful, yeah.
Right there.
Dating sim extension. Right there.
It's
It's in there. Don't go looking for it, but it's in there.
We programmed it into both games,
Promise.
obviously.
Yeah.
I just like it.
I just think it's
Speaking of
neat.
extensions, is the D&D Beyond one working?
Should be. It's set up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Ah,
working.
there it is. Yep. Okay. Just making sure
All good.
that we had the right characters for the right session and everything was.
I occasionally forget to change it, so it's like the disappointment crew, and it's like Jade statue, Core, Baron, me, Bandaughter, Rodriguez, and it's like
These are not them.
these are
Not
not
today.
these are chaotic and shiny, but not quite disappointing enough to be a
Not
disappointment crew.
disappointing enough.
Somehow.
But it boils down to
Not sad enough.
Jade and Core have some fun playing in the fountain, and that's where we left things.
Pretty sure Jade dunked Core under the fountain.
Yeah, that too.
When Core was having his crisis, like, oh.
So
No. What happened was Jade was like, "Oh, do you want to see something that I used to do in the temple?" And he did his meditating routine underneath the fountain. And then Core got in, and then Core dunked Jade actually. And then then flip.
Yeah,
The-
but then Jade retaliated.
dunk
and that's the
receipts
only part
coming
Core
out.
remembers.
That's true. But of course,
Core doesn't start
I
fast.
see a trend. He just pushes buttons until he's what
He
happens.
just programs everything to be, you know.
alright, so after
Just because I instigated this fight doesn't mean I started it. What do
Doesn't
you
mean it was
say?
my fault. Core in the police interrogation.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Right, just because I was holding a knife didn't mean I stabbed
Just because I was covered in blood doesn't mean I was an accessory.
Have you seen that? There's like that news
No.
image of like quote from man stabbed, and it's like, what are you gonna do? Stab me?
Yeah.
That's good.
It's one of my favorites.
That's like this campaign in kind of a nutshell in some ways. I think that captures the energy and the essence of like the shiny boys. In some ways, I
This
think.
is a pen.
Pen is still stab tool.
True.
Yeah.
I also
Anything.
I know.
You
I
said
wasn't
anyone
sure.
with
If,
anything
I
to
wasn't.
try
I was
that.
just pretending, and then I wasn't sure if maybe Twitch would think like, weapon.
A knife.
Pen.
No.
No.
it's
Fuji
perfect.
pen. Activate.
I have a big pair of scissors.
Now I.
It's perfectly
This is the
fine to be
biggest
threatening
weapon.
and brandish
You wanna know
weapons
why?
so
'Cause
long as
now
we're
I
not
can
using
write
certain
you-
words. Apparently.
Write down your name and drag you in my personal journal,
Oh,
which
shit.
no one else reads.
Can I be dragged into his journal? That would be kind of an honor.
Drag Thomas, go.
You may.
Thomas has such big eyebrows. What a nerd. He always wears a robe. Isn't he warm? It's summer there. What a loser.
I don't know if I can do this.
Go, hit me.
Drag all
I
of
would
us,
write it
go,
from the
Emma.
No, I'd write it from the perspective of Audrey Hepburn in his room, forced to watch as Thomas just like cradles his
His pony.
his body pillows close.
Oh, you're like, oh dear, sweet man.
There's a... Okay, so this is not D&D related, but this is a peek into my future fun idea. I have like a photo of my... Emma, are you okay? Your camera's
I'm
like...
scared. I'm gone.
Emma, your camera's like totally destroyed for me.
Frozen.
Oh really? You were the same because my face was bizarre. On my back.
I mean, you're loading.
Oh no.
The
Wow.
audio is also a bit distorted.
Emma, no. Emma, no. Emma.
morning.
Emma. How could this
Is it me?
happen to you?
How could me?
Oh, we're getting mosaic. Oh, we got camera back. Hello, welcome back.
Okay.
Hello, I've switched back to Japan. Now let's hear, please.
Yeah,
I need
okay.
to see the
My
face I pulled when you said that.
yeah.
That was it.
Here's my fun, scary idea that I'm gonna do. I have a photo of myself
Very
from 2013, I think, with an old body pillow that I used to have. It was like another pony one, I think, as well. And
I know exactly what you're gonna do. I think.
I'm gonna remake the photo.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's gonna be
God.
great. It's gonna be like like 8 years later. I don't know where to post it.
That's character progress.
That's character development. I'm gonna post it to Facebook and scare my manager, who I have on Facebook actually. It's gonna be good. But anyway, with that adventure on Splash Mountain over, you guys find yourselves, or at least some of the party.
Wait, what? What's it? You took the photo on Splash Mountain?
No. I was that was a
I
joke
was
about
just
the.
imagining you in one side of like the roller coaster, and the other side is your body pillow.
That would be. That's an
I
idea.
see carried around all day.
As if we wouldn't do that with brand pillows.
Yeah.
True.
Taking our sons on the road.
Oh my god.
So excuse me, are you carrying that onto the right with you? He's my son. I am taking him with me.
This is my
My
support
boy.
pillow.
Precious boy.
My emotional support pillow.
But anyway,
Brian
okay.
is my emotional support pillar.
As you guys are having your endeavors in the Fountain of Youth before the rest of the party, time is sort of winding down. It's getting kind of later in the day now, but you guys are having a good time. I think at this point, is there anything else you guys are doing at this point? I mean, Verdridi, you're a cat right now. Is there
Yeah,
anything you'd like
Trudy
to
is
do in your
going
cat
to trust
form?
him for the next 4 hours.
4 hours? Okay, you'll be a cat until like probably the late evening before
Yeah.
you transform back before we head off to do rest, if that's what you guys will plan to do later in the evening. But we still have time for that. I think at this point though, Avarice and Tamara will just kind of come over. I'm forgetting now. Sapphire Man is where do you leave Sapphire Man and Dariel?
Sapphire Mine is
came.
with them.
That Sapphire Man is here. Oh yeah, he is here.
Yep.
And
And I'm
Dariel
very fine
is
with this.
gone. I think is he?
I think Dario is supposed to be there. We didn't mention him at all last session, so I didn't write him down in the notes.
He's sleeping.
That's fine. That means he's not there. He has wandered off, and he's missing at the moment. So Dariel is nowhere to be found. You guys are just now maybe realizing that Dariel has slipped from your consciousness.
Nobody cares.
Okay.
Nobody cares.
It's
Apparently. But tomorrow
I
never
vaguely care. Can I do it? Can I do a tracking on Dariel?
Sure, how does
If
tracking
we
work?
realize that he's missing.
Virginie, you have a sudden realization. We are a gnome short.
He isn't
A short gnome.
A short gnome.
I'm sorry.
Alright, how does tracking work? How do you do tracking?
Well, as a Tresem, I have advantage on perception checks that rely on smell.
Alright,
So
smell
let's
away.
do a scent-based perception on Dariel. Glad I had the advantage. So
Yeah.
that is a 27
Whew.
versus a natural 1.
Uh-huh.
Alright, okay. That's pretty good. So with your insane smell, your nostrils expand as you take in the air around you to attempt to track the pheromones, the remains of Dariel that are left in the air. And I think you probably quickly come to the conclusion that he's not nearby. There's no faint smell of him around here. You'd guess that maybe he might be in the upper echelons of the Tree City, close to maybe the grocery store where you left him originally.
Tree
He
City.
just hasn't left the grocery store.
He may have, he may not have, but he doesn't seem to have traveled anywhere in this lower part, which you probably also know is one of the only ways to actually get out of here outside of using the teleportation circle, which is the only other way of getting out of here. But that's what comes to your mind.
Yeah, Trudy is going to literally just, like a bloodhound, just search for this gnome until she finds him.
Alright, so you're splitting off from the party to go upstairs. Or are you
Yeah.
taking anybody with you?
Trudy will just tap on Tamar's like shoulder and be like,
Yeah.
like look at the door and be like, and then just start flying off.
Retreat, do you need somebody to come with you? Tap me again if yes. Slap me in the face if no.
Slap me in the face.
She just kind of shrugs, like, okay.
Core.
Core is not here. Yeah.
I think, are we not near the fountain, all of us?
I think
You said it was a few levels. Maybe it was
Yeah.
maybe you could still see it. I think we could still see the shop, but we were on
Okay.
a slightly lower level, I think.
Okay, so you guys are split up from the rest of the party then?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, tomorrow we'll follow you around. So as you guys head off, Avarice is going to head down. Sapphireman is going to come with Avarice. Sapphireman doesn't really know where else to go at the moment, and he's more likely to want to wander around to wherever Jade is than to head off back into the tower. But we'll split off from you guys for just a moment to see what the Fountainous Freedom Posse is up to.
Sweet. Jade is meditating like this, and every time I feel like Core is probably like flicking him with water or something.
I think Core's having an existential crisis. So, like Jade has got his eyes shut, so serene, and Core's just like,
Doesn't it feel so calming?
oh yeah, I'm so chill right now.
We could make this a habit. I don't want to make you. I don't want to make you do the exercises like I make Tamar and Avros do, but you could join in the relaxation, like the massage section. We sometimes do sports massages afterwards.
That's great, Jade. I've got to go to somewhere. Bathroom. People do that. Do you want to stay in the fountain? I will. Is there any tavern nearby?
There are quite a few, especially at this level.
I'm just gonna
Wait.
hop out of the fountain. You don't need
Are
to
you-
come with me to the bathroom. It's fine.
Are you coming back?
Yes, I won't
No.
leave you. Never.
Okay. I'll wait for you.
And then Lily's just like, okay, and here's my re-rolled character.
I am not doing this. Core's gonna run to the tavern and he's gonna get himself a shot of vodka.
Alright, you get yourself a shot of vodka. You can get it on the house from the one that you run to, because the barkeep recognizes you from earlier on in the day. And he gives you a shot of vodka. If you like any more, though, it'll be a little bit more than that. And the short, sully Tavern owner looks at you with sort of a knowing smile before he goes and backs away after he gives you your shot. Good luck
Oh.
with everything. And he turns around and he goes back into wherever he goes, into the back, and to wash some dishes or something. And at that point, Avarice is going to walk down. And he's going to see, not you, because you're heading off to the tavern at the moment, but he's going to see Jade. And he's going to yell out, Jade! Hello! Traveler! What are you doing in the fountain?
Get in, if you like. It's a relaxation technique.
To the fountain? I'm kind of wearing clothes that I would rather not get wet with
Material.
fountain water.
If you care for your material possessions, then I won't make you.
I do. I love material. My whole life is spent obsessing and caring for my material possessions. That's me, Avarice.
Why?
Why? They bring me joy. A superficial sort of joy that I like.
Superficial?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Yeah, it's just like on the surface, you know. It's not a very meaningful happiness, but
What brings you joy that is meaningful?
well, for a short while it was eating, but I found that was due to a curse. So that wasn't that. I didn't feel like that was quite me. So that wasn't. I do enjoy sleeping. That brings me a deep, eternal pleasure.
Okay.
And sleeping in also, and rolling around on the bed, in the covers, in the sheets, and defying the royal family by littering on their property. I did that. That's on my resume.
Those seem like meaningful erstwhile tasks.
I'd like to think so. What about you? What brings you deeper? You seem... Why are you in the fountain?
Cora and I were in the fountain earlier. We had a nice long discussion.
About?
Oh, nothing particular. Just about the choice he made and, just
How do you feel about the
Friendship, I
choice he's
suppose.
made?
if Cora is happy,
Hmm.
then I support the choice.
You know, I think you make Core happy. He seems to smile a lot when he's around you, I've noticed.
Oh,
Do you realize that, Jade?
I didn't really think I made anybody feel anything that much.
Well, let me ask you this. How much do you process how you make others feel? I mean, your presence is quite important in all of our lives in such a, in various ways.
I don't think I'm all that special. I mean,
Oh, nonsense! Alright, I'll get in the fountain. You've convinced me. Core, at this point, you see Avarice getting into the fountain with Jade from a distance as you have your shot.
Cause like starts turning around. He's like, I'm not dealing with this. And she's like, I promised you to come back. Turns back around, starts walking to the fountain.
Alright, you see Jade, somewhat peaceful, a little bit quizzical, looking at Avarice.
Mhm.
Avarice is also there, attempting to become one with the fountain, but having a little bit of trouble with the water. You make this look easier than it does. Oh, Core! Hello, Core! How's it? Hi. Were you in the fountain earlier?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you're very
that's
wet.
why he is completely damp.
I
Yeah.
figured that was the case.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Pray tell, were you in the fountain?
Jade likes fountains.
Okay, well, it's fair enough.
It is a rejuvenating space.
Yeah. Are you guys like chill to hang out here? Because I'm kind of like a damp enough. I think I've got that in a piece for today. I twitch.
Can I insight check you? Avarice is like, can I insight check you? I think I'm gonna roll my. Let me turn around for a moment and get my little dice out. I think I'm going to roll an insight check on you, Core. Yes, that's a 16. How much would Avarice?
What's
insight?
what's his passive insight around?
Avarice's? It's 13.
Hmm.
Core is uptight, which is unusual.
Avarice just kind of nods. It's fair.
What are you
Everything-
staring at?
Well, to you specifically, because Are you doing alright? Is everything okay?
I
Something going
can
on?
will duck you.
I'd like to see you try.
Cord is like looks at Jade. He's like,
Should I? I'll. And Jade moves out the way.
You like rugby tackle him.
yeah.
Alright. How are you doing this?
I am going to shift to 6 foot and try and tackle him.
Oh shit. I don't think he sees it coming, so you can roll with advantage on... If it's
Strength, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Strength roll.
Ooh. Okay, well, one is a 13, one is a 14.
You are incredibly successful, not only in life but in your tackle too, as you manage to completely knock over this man who did not know who was challenging, and you fall back into the fountain, into the water, underneath the pouring, the gentle waterfalls coming from the upper echelons of the fountain as they pour down on you.
Can I? If it looks like Core is at any point about to like fall or be crushed by
no.
Avros. No?
No, Core is tackling Avros down.
Okay,
Before
okay.
he goes under, he braces himself, he puts his foot on Avros's chest, and he straightens up, and he's like, that was fun. I'll see you later, lads. And he jumps out of the fountain.
Jay, did you see that? He really tackled me. Oh my goodness. Ow, my
he
side
did.
hurts. I think I bruised a rib. What's in this fountain? It's
do?
made of stone. There's stone underneath the water. Who built
There
this
is-
fountain? That's hard. to say.
Russian twists would help improve your core strength
Russian.
and your strength against core.
What twists? Russian twists. Where do those come from?
Russian twists.
What's a Russian?
A fantasy land on another plane called Russia. Far distant world where they have four-wheeled iron vehicles.
Four-wheeled iron vehicles. That sounds
Bizarre.
like
And they're not-
carts.
Like carts, indeed.
That's quite.
Goodbye.
That's
And I start to follow after Core, because I assume he's going back to join the others.
All right, Cora's heading back to join the others. You head back with
I
Cora.
Core
assume-
realizes Jade is following him, and is like, cool, this is fine. Keeps walking.
And as you guys are walking, before we have a look at what you guys are up to, we're gonna cut back to Verdridi and the others.
Flashback.
Flashback to the present time in another place.
Did you watch it?
I didn't, but
He
I've-
was there!
I know, but did you watch it? I thought maybe.
I stole it from you. I stole it from you.
I know. Flashback.
But okay, Aelin and Verdridi, the two of you, are both walking. No. Verdridi, you are heading up, back towards the grocery store. I'm guessing you have Tamar in tow as well. He's not keeping up quite as quickly as you, but he's making his best efforts to make it up there. Who knows where Sapphire Man is at this point? He is just somewhere within the tree tower. We'll find out at some point later. But anyway.
Trinity assumes that like Avros has got Sapphire Man since they were like tag teaming earlier about pants.
Okay. Sapphire Man is enjoying his pants. As a statue, wearing clothing is something that he is not accustomed to, which is something I think that Jade described. But
Jade got used to it.
yeah, Sapphire Man is slowly growing into the pants. But it's
Or
just
the
two of
pants
you.
are growing on him.
The pants are growing on him. Look at these pants; they grew on me. That's kind of weird. But
Like moss.
the two of you make your way up and up and up. As you do, carrying your perception throughout the tower. I don't know why I keep calling it a tower. It's a towering tree, I guess. So it's a tower now. Throughout the tower, you venture forth. The smell gets stronger and stronger. Dariel's scent. His odeur. Oh, the Dariel is growing in intensity. I don't know why I'm describing this way. But you guys make your way up. As you make your way to the grocery store, it's pretty strong and present there. As if you had been there just a moment ago. And you think to yourself, whatever you would think to yourself at this point in time. Rujiri, what is it that you're thinking?
Trudy is thinking, I swear to God, if he ran off on his own, I'm going to fucking murder him.
Oh, he might be
Stunning.
he might be a wanted man. Because at this point, not clear to see where he's gone. But the scent is pretty strong from up above. Leading
Up
to
towards the teleportation circle.
towards it, yes.
Yeah, Drudy is dashing, so that is 80 feet of movement, just so you know.
Oh!
You, pew pew, you're the Flash.
I'm a quick little, like, cat with wings.
You're quick, you're fast, you're slick, and you make it up in a 1-2, a hop, 3-4, and you are up there, and you are now facing the teleportation circle, which is glowing bright white and blue from the runes on the ground, the inscriptions all around it. The beautiful work that's been done on the ground here. This teleportation circle is just beaming and letting off like kind of an ambient sound. I want to imagine it's like kind of just like as it's just kind of there doing its magical thing. You smell pretty strongly the smell of a gnome. That
Is he
smell
there?
kicks off.
Does she see him?
She does not
What's
see
that
him.
coming over the hill? Is it Dariel?
You do not smell Dariel. Past this point, this is where his strength is strength. His smell is at its strongest. And you don't see him anywhere.
Are there little tiny gnome tracks through the blood?
You already rolled perception, so looking at that, looking back behind you, you see that there are in fact little gnome tracks through the little spatters of blood, especially the more recent stuff. He was not careful to hide his tracks.
Okay, so he has gone through the teleportation circle is what you're telling me.
I can neither confirm nor deny that. Only that his tracks lead to the teleportation circle, that his smell ends there, and you can't see him anywhere else. This could
So
be the
Tamar hears a... Like, you know that angry cat huff?
Yes.
Yeah.
She like lands on the ground in the office and just starts like angry prancing around, like princess paws, just
She gets the
pacing
angry
around.
making your way around
The
town.
angry.
At this point, Tamar would catch up. Did you find him, Virginia?
She's just like rage pacing.
I'm going to take that as a no. And he looks down. And he's going to roll a perception check as well to see if... let's see if Tamar, does he have eyes? Will he be able to use them effectively today? For maybe the first time ever. Let's find out.
If he looks like he's going to step in the blood, she will like push him.
I don't think he does. With that perception, he would see the tracks anyway. And he's making a careful attempt not to step in there. But if he was to, I would take your movement of his legs out of the way of the blood into consideration. But he seems to notice. And he looks at the blood and he looks at you. Did you go through the teleportation circle? Did you see him? Okay.
Just an angry yowl.
I could tell from your yowl that you're not pleased. Neither am I. This is dangerous. Well, okay.
Yeah. So she's just gonna just angry angry yowling,
That's why we
like just like you know the like
That's why we can't have nice things.
yeah, just all the way back down to where the rest of the group was.
Alright, as you guys venture downwards in defeat, you guys eventually do catch up with the rest of the group. You see, well, except for Avarice and Sapphire Man, the two of them aren't with the others, but you all collide into each other as Core,
Whoa.
Jade, you guys are making your way up at this point. We will now merge the timelines.
The convergence.
They converge. This is the convergence point. And you guys meet together. You're there. Tamar sees you. Core.
Cole looks miserable. He looks between Tamara and Jade. He's like,
Core, you look uptight and miserable.
hey,
What's
Drady.
wrong? You look sad.
Hey, Drady.
Yeah, and y'all just hear the like angry cat noises.
Ah. Yes. What happened?
Dariel's gone.
Oh, what a
Oh.
shame. Good riddance.
Oh my goodness.
Why would he have left?
She wild shapes like unwild shapes and it's just like what a waste of the oils, I suppose, because he is going to go get himself killed. He went through the teleportation circle. That is wrong.
Mm. He is stupid.
He didn't
Certifiably.
strike certifiably. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He didn't strike me as the most careful and cautious person, or the one to make decisions that are not of the rash variety, as we've seen him kill himself before.
Ah, well, like recognizes like, don't they, Tamar?
Oh,
Sorry.
Yes.
That was quite
yes,
rude.
maybe. That's true.
Well, apart from that, what were you guys doing? Sounds like you're having lots of fun.
Cora, are you okay?
I'm fine. Where's my mum?
Alaria? I think she's still at the grocery store. I don't think she went with us.
Oh. Cool.
Should we?
And Verdridi,
If
you
you're
would have
concerned
smelled
for her,
Alaria there back at the grocery store if you needed to have that smell check on hand.
She is back at the groceries.
Sweet. So what's our plan for today?
Well, if you're concerned for Alaria, should we go back to the grocery shop?
Oh, I'm never concerned for her. She's a bad bitch. Like, nothing ever goes wrong.
She seemed fairly
Okay.
strong and capable of defending herself, but the question of what to do is probably worth addressing.
Cool.
Is it worth going after Dariel?
Nah, he's a waste of space.
I don't know what more information we need from him. I think we've gotten everything we can,
I think so.
and
I think
his
we can,
path now doesn't seem to align with our future intentions.
Nope.
not necessarily.
I suppose that we could go through the teleportation circle, see where it goes, because Kor does have the amulet.
That is true. Core, do you have
But
the amulet?
it's not. We won't get stuck because you have the amulet, but.
Yeah, but I also just don't want to go through a teleportation circle where I don't know where it ends up. That sounds kind of
Yes,
dumb.
that is also true. I don't.
The last time we did something like that, it didn't work out.
Yes.
Exactly.
Do we need to go back to the material plane at all?
I forgot what we were doing. Did we have an objective, a purpose? What are those things?
We do have a few loose ends here.
Ah,
While
Not-
Medusa is not here.
she's dead. We did
I said,
that.
whilst Medusa is dead, I was about to say, the council members, the mystery of their death still kind of hangs.
I thought we were the council members now. Succession.
That's-
Survival of the fittest.
I guess
All
we
that.
can be effectively, but for Druid, isn't there... I think you still have a lot that you need to... or that you'd like to sort out.
Ah,
Not-
yes. Trudy's missing village. That was kind of a priority.
I care less for the village and more for my little brother and my mother's. But
Then let's find them if you need to. If you...
my older sister, she is on the material plane
Would
Where
she...
is she?
in the kingdom of Krista.
I think I know where
Hey,
that is.
I'm a crystal.
I like crystals.
Do you like me? Ha ha ha. That was a joke.
Does Kor have that look too?
Yeah, all of these expressions are cause expressions. He's just like,
I tried something funny.
that was hilarious, Jade. That was,
Thank
that
you.
was so good. Let's go back to the grocery store.
Can I insight check
Salad.
Kor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Salads, anyone? Yes, great idea.
13 plus 4, 17.
He is stressed. And not for the reasons that he probably should be.
Okay.
Fair.
Druidy's just gonna hold on to that information for now.
Just let him simmer a little bit.
Shall we go?
Salads? Yeah?
Salads. Okay.
Salads.
I think when we get a chance to sit down, we should probably... Well, I don't know where Avarice and Sapphire Man are at the moment, but once we all get
Oh,
together...
I tackled Avros into a fountain. He's probably still recovering from the shame.
I think Tamara would chuckle at that a little bit. Huh, yes. A shame. Okay.
Hang on.
Yes.
I have an idea. Wait, do I have it?
What is your idea, Vrudriti, who is clearly the one talking at the moment? Hmm?
Okay,
Huh?
so
Oh?
I don't have thaumaturgy, but I do have druidcraft, which can create like a harmless sensory effect, like wind. So like, could Druidi kind of like call out like to Avros and Sapphire Man and kind of like make that sound carry a little bit?
Yay! You can do that. That's a fun idea. I like that. That's cute.
I like it.
Summon the boys.
That's very like cartoony. I like that. I like the look. I like the feel of that. Go for it. If you'd like to do that, the wind will carry your yell just a little bit more.
She doesn't want to like actively like yell, but she'll project just a little bit extra,
Okay. You project a little bit extra. What do you yell out?
like stern parent.
What would you like to sternly and parentally say?
Avros, Sapphire Man, up.
Avros,
That's
Sapphire
fine.
Man, up.
Activate!
Meanwhile, we switch back to the fountain. Avarice is being helped out of it by Sapphire Man. Are you okay? No, I'm never okay. It's terrible. I'm so dampened. My rib hurts and I fell over. Avarice, Sapphire Man. Did you? Was that? Was that Rodriti? Rodriti, we're coming. We're on our way. And you hear. On our way.
Carried with the updraft.
You carry with the updraft. It's not quite as clear, but you hear some sort of shout come from beneath you.
Okay. I'd like to do the same thing, except for instead of like a actual sound reply, because another thing you can do is make like falling leaves. She'll just kind of be like,
That's really cute.
Dance around them.
All right. Do you drop them down into the off the edge into the void down to like the first floor?
Yeah,
Void
basically.
flowers.
They're just gonna go fall around them and find them and just be like, I heard you, kind of thing.
Sapphire Man, look, it's autumn. All right, that's great.
He's so dumb.
This is called the changing of the seasons. Right, so Sapphire Man is going to be a mini Avros. I've learned this, I've made my peace with it. I'm kind of excited for it.
Everyone has adopted him.
Yeah.
Mini, except for Sapphire. Wait, how big is Sapphire Man, like tall wise?
He's pretty tall.
Avros is tall too.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Let me just check my notes. I think I wrote down his height, but I also think I wrote 2 different heights for him. So this may contradict with whatever I've written down previously.
I think Avros is what, 6'3"?
6'3", I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Core will not date anyone below 6 foot. He's one of those people.
Oh, Sapphire Man is not actually that big.
I thought he wasn't.
Yeah, he's pretty small. Oh, well, for a statue, he's not actually. He's my height technically. He's 5'10".
Core glares in 5 foot.
Dreamy's taller than Sapphire Man.
Yeah, Sapphire Man isn't very big. He's a smaller statue.
Average.
5'10" statue.
I think Core might do a sending to Driti along the way because he has ascertained that Driti is the most sensible person in this group and he refuses to talk to Baron.
Jade is sensible. He's just...
And people he's not now romantically linked to, which is becoming an increasingly short list.
Yes.
Well, he's safe in that regards for Dreedy.
Thank you. He will message Driti along the way and be like, cool, hey, can I chat to you later? Because you seem like a fun, non-telling Jade things to chat person too. Yeah, I speak.
Yes, we can talk. I thought something was wrong. I was going to wait and ask you about it later when things were private.
Core just turns around, gives a thumbs up, keeps walking. Nobody else knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Tamara looks at you, Cora.
Jade is walking a little bit far behind, thinks it's him, and thumbs up.
Tamara looks around and he does this sort of like, he looks like he's about to do a thumbs up, and then he sees Jade do a thumbs up and he goes like,
Oh, did you...
okay.
Jade turns to Tamara. I'm sorry, that was...
You can both do the thumbs up. It's really not an exclusive thing.
Is that okay?
I mean, only if you...
I didn't mean to encroach on your thumbs up, Jade. I'm sorry.
No, neither did I. I only...
Something in Core dies a little bit.
Yeah, Dreedy is looking between Core, Tamar, and Jade,
Tamar.
and she looks like you see her flowers just bloom a little bit more, but you get the idea that maybe she's amused.
The party
The
is...
colours in Core's hair ripple, and he's just like, cool, let's keep going. Keeps walking.
Tamar, I have a solution. I will give a thumbs up to you.
Okay. I'll return that thumbs up to you. Okay, yeah.
That's like up.
Oh. Is there emotion as well? I thought that was like a get out of here. Like, get out of here. Is that good?
Are you asking permission to leave?
I didn't mean to. Should I leave?
No, I didn't.
Let's play the silence game.
Dreedy's just now leaving this like trail of flowers while looking fairly stoic.
Oh, Dreedy, you dropped some flowers.
Wait, I'll help
Don't worry
you.
about them. Don't worry about them. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine!
I'm losing my mind.
Meanwhile, Lily is just soul leaving body. Okay, should I leave them on the ground? I don't want.
Shall we leave them on the ground?
Shall we leave them? Okay.
You guys are really terrible at the silence game.
I'm sorry. I mean.
That's right.
And You guys slowly walk. You eventually hear a pitter-patter as Avros makes his way up, along with Sapphire Man trailing behind. Traveling companions!
Silence game.
Okay. So Sapphire Man. Yes.
No, not the quiet game. It's the silence game.
I have to explain to my dear young
Sapphire Man,
apprentice here.
Shut up.
What does it mean to shut up? Can one shut in any other direction?
I go up to Sapphire Man and I just push his lips like closed and then pat them and I'm like, shh.
Jade wants to stop and kind of just look at Core, and then I think he's going to just like increase his trot ever so slightly so that he's walking alongside him, and he just kind of leans down and says, "Are you okay?"
What do people not understand about the silence game? Like, guys.
Yes. What is it? Core, I'm right here.
Right, I have a solution. Core starts grabbing fistfuls of Gritty's flowers off the floor and he starts shoving them in Avros's mouth. He puts one in Jade's mouth, he puts one in Sapphire's mouth, he puts one into Mars' mouth. He's like, lovely.
Core would have noticed that before that Core had gotten to the point of putting a flower in his mouth, Jade had kind of taken a step back and was like, closed his mouth and just sort of slowed down his pace so that he was walking a little bit further back.
Core still puts one, like, if he can try and wedge it in, he's like,
and then after you...
Okay, this is a thistle.
Oh my god. At this point, Avros turns back around. Your turn. And he attempts to shove one in your mouth too now.
Me?
Yes. You're gonna have to try attempt...
Dude, I'm spelling this, boy.
What color are Driti's eyes?
Driti's eyes are a very dark purple.
Thank you.
That's cute.
I would like to cast
Oh no.
fear on Avros.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Hold on.
It's a wisdom save.
Oh no.
Also, if y'all would like to
Wisdom
see the
save.
flowers,
Yeah, I would like to see the flowers.
I will put the paste into the
That's
shiny
a
boys.
14.
He fails. He is terrified.
He goes, now your turn. Ah! Oh,
I start driving him in the direction of the grocery store. He is being chased by his worst fear.
Not mother!
I'm guessing it's just Jade with like a boot camp whistle.
Jade with the boot camp whistle holding an eviction notice.
My beautiful house!
There you go. I don't know if they're edible though.
Where did you post them? Oh, cute! I don't think I have a thing to do this, but boom, look at that, cute. Oh.
I think as Avros freaks out, Core is just like, rah. Just walking.
Rah, rah, oh mama. Alright. You all, in one way or another, together, once again, make your way back to the grocery store. You are all regrouped there. Sapphire Man is there as well, trailing slowly behind. He seems to have been the least troublesome out of everybody here at the moment, of the NPCs at least. But you all make it back.
You're all so troublesome.
And as you enter, which one of you is the first to open the door to get back?
Avros, because he's being chased.
Ah, let me in!
True. He would probably be just behind.
Alright. Avros and Verdridi, you burst through the front door. Or, there isn't really a front door, but the back door to get into, like, the main living space where Melody once was. And you barge in, and you see that there's a table laid out with some nice teas for you. Ilaria seems to be just finishing preparations as she notices your presence as you all barge in haste.
Mother dearest.
Core, welcome back. Hello, everyone.
Okay.
Hello.
Why are you all so disheveled?
It's
Found
a
him.
long story.
Well,
Oh, you mean physically disheveled?
Trudy is
Yeah,
probably just a bit disheveled too, because flowers and stuff. Yeah.
well, it looks like you will need a seat and maybe a little bit of tea. It's a herbal tea, a surprise for me.
I'd quite like some tea, if that's alright.
Tea
Most
sounds
certainly.
lovely. Thank you.
Can
Have a
I?
seat, have a seat. And she points
Well, like, slips a hip flask out and just tops his tea up right in front of his mum, waits till the entire flask is empty, picks the tea up, sips. This is great.
It goes well with an entire cup's worth of vodka.
That's what I thought.
Oh no.
But regardless, it's just plain old chamomile, but with fresh chamomile. I found some earlier in the tree, actually, growing on the inside. So I thought that was kind of fantastic, really, and I couldn't help myself. But it seems like you all need to have a talk with each other, at least about what you're planning on doing. I think I have my thoughts about what I might do going forward, but what is it that you're planning on doing? She looks to Core and then Jade.
Oh, are you asking what we are both planning on doing?
Well, I'm asking the group in general, but my eyes just laid upon you.
Oh, I would like to.
She has good insight.
I would like to pursue whatever it is we need to pursue to assist Driti, and then I would like to do some research, I suppose, on the whereabouts of my former friend.
Bronze, is it?
Yes, I have. I've recently come into discovery of a message from a book which I believe I know he possessed, and I need to understand it.
Sounds serious.
It does sound kind of serious. I won't
Maybe.
necessarily pry, but I hope that you do figure out what it is the message meant, if that's what you're looking after or looking for, and that you find
Well,
Bronze.
maybe you can help me decipher it a little.
Maybe you two can go and sit in a room alone and decipher it together in peace and quiet.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Come
I'm just thinking because, the stress of Baron points at the tooting Baron. It's a really good time to
Oh,
get
Baron is passed out. I gave him a tea that completely knocked him
He's
out. I couldn't
tooting in
stand
his
him
sleep.
anymore. He's tooting in his sleep.
It's like,
Yes, I can go. Okay. Alara, shall we? I wasn't expecting this to be right now, but
Well, why not?
what better time than the present? He slaps Jade on the back.
no, I'm fine. I was joking.
That was really funny.
Okay.
Come with me.
I suppose I'll go follow.
Off you go, you crazy kids.
She walks
Jade
you over.
looks back at Core and then slowly walks out
All right.
with the book.
She walks you over to what looks to be the only real decent private space in this little enclave. That being Melody's bedroom.
Oh
The
dear
death
God!
room.
Why the hell? All right, that's fine.
You walk in there and you see that the bed has been removed. It's just not there anymore.
What? When? Who? How?
I'm
Driti,
in
you don't see it.
distress.
You don't know.
Trinity's not in there. That's me. There's no accent. It was
It
me.
folded it on itself and walked away.
But you walk in.
Yep.
And it looks like
It was also scarred by what it saw and did not want to be part of.
And it was never lain on again.
It's a mimic all along.
The bed was a mimic.
That's actually
Bed was a bit.
Oh my God, that is how she died.
Can you imagine? That'd be funky.
We literally were talking about that earlier.
Yeah,
mimic.
I said it. I didn't give a good answer.
That's true.
But anyway,
Oh,
you walk
wait.
in, and the bed is gone. And Alara turns to you. Okay, so... What is it about the... Wait a minute. This is the bedroom, isn't it?
I would rather not think about that. But yes. Why?
There was a bed here, wasn't there?
Yes.
Where is it?
I haven't been here. Would
Jade is
you
so
like?
uncomfortable.
Am I? Do you want me to just find it? Is that what you're implying?
Well, no, I'm just surprised
I'm
because
very
the last...
good at delphing.
That's well and good, but... Maybe we walked into the wrong room. But that can't be. There aren't any other rooms to walk into.
Wait, are we... should I go to a different... I don't know what I need to do.
That's...
I...
This is all rather confusing, and we'll bring it up with the group in a moment, but let's talk about the book for now. We'll address the bed and its sudden disappearance in a moment. There is a window here, but the bed couldn't fit through that. Could it? I'm gonna have a look outside for one moment. And she puts her head outside and looks around. And you get kind of this view of her. I can't see any beds out there.
I don't think beds tend to fly or walk or shrink.
Did somebody move it? Okay, we'll address this later. But anyway, okay, the book.
Yes, the book.
Yes.
Jade shows the book. When I do this, this message appears. When I show the message.
You open it up. You get some flames going, and it lightly twinkles. Oh,
Flame on.
Oh, I can kind of read it. It says. I'm just flipping through the pages to see what else it says. It seems like it says the same message in a few different languages, although I can't read it all in all those languages.
Right.
Here, I can read this one.
What languages can you? Oh, okay.
I just wanted to see if there was a language in here that I could read, because the one that you read was in Primordial, but it is also written in there in Druidic. So
okay.
That is a language that
she would understand that.
Yeah.
I think.
So she stumbles across that. Well, it's a rhyme, and if I was to translate it in a way that it would rhyme in common, it reads, to find the stone of 12 in face, the truest sadness you must embrace. Let go of that which you most love, to take the first step, then gaze above. If you do not heed this only cost, then wander aimlessly forever lost. It sounds like it's referring to one of the stones.
Yes.
The 12-sided one, which I didn't know had anything like this to guide someone towards it. And you're saying Bronze had this book?
Well, you know what Bronze did.
I know what Bronze did. He attempted to follow the instructions, I'm guessing, from what I'm gleaming here, although I didn't necessarily know of this message in here. That, I think, sheds some light on certain things. But I have heard what happened to you.
He gave me up for this stone, so it must be powerful. Or
together they can be. I've heard it. On their own, though, I'm not necessarily entirely certain what the 12-sided stone does. It's not a stone that I've ever been in contact with. I've only ever seen or really interacted with to any capacity the stones that you've already come across, your group.
What linked those stones? What was different about them? Those are the kinds of things I want to learn, because if we can maybe establish those boundaries, we might be able to guess.
Sure. There is a sort of legend, although I haven't been able to find anything in writing necessarily. There is, I think, a book that the person that you know to be Lady Valentine, I think, had at one point, that talked about those stones a little bit more. But I think there is some sort of power that's granted to whoever it is that manages to bring them all together. And there's a lot of legend about what kind of power that is necessarily, whether it's trivial or whether it's a dark evil that'll change the world forever, or simply powerful magic. It's hard to say exactly, but I mean, when we were old adventuring, we were curious, and it was like finding a treasure, you know? It's like a legendary sort of lost myth, and that kind of captivated us all when we were still adventuring. But nostalgia aside, I understand this passage somewhat, and I'm going to get her to roll it for myself. But I'm not quite sure I'm not necessarily sure what it means by take the first step, then gaze above.
Jade just looks up suddenly, just like, huh.
You look up and you look at the ceiling. It's very wooden. You're on the inside of a tree.
We're inside a tree.
We are inside a tree, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe... Well, it doesn't seem like you can necessarily... Well, okay, this is what I'm interpreting from this. From her role. I think that once you take whatever that first step is, if you are to follow this book, then after you've given up whatever it is that you most truly love, then maybe the answer will come down from the heavens in some sort of way. Maybe it'll be written in the sky. I don't necessarily know what it means by that exactly, unless it's figurative. But I don't know what that could be a metaphor for, if you know what I mean. I'm sorry I can't be of much help. However, I would say that from what little interaction I've had with Bruns, he is knowledgeable and wise and quite stubborn. Although I'm sure you already know this from your interactions with him. He did seem caring, but given your situation, I'm not so sure what to think about that anymore. I would say that if you really want answers to what this means, if this book has been with Bruns this entire time, then he's really the only one that would have explanations for this.
I need to find him.
Outside of maybe some sort of historian, although we had trouble ourselves finding this sort of stuff out. Do you know where he might have gone?
I have no idea. We didn't know, or at least I thought that neither of us knew, the world beyond our temple. That mountain path which I encountered him on for the final time, that was as far as I'd ever gone. Alone, at least. It wasn't until Kor wandered around there that I even realized that those civilizations, and the likes of which I was reading about, still existed. I think he's been to the material plane. He's been to Capital.
We were all on the material plane.
But I don't think he came here.
It doesn't seem to be the case.
I think that was Celeste, maybe.
That would make sense. I think Celeste had some more ties to the Feywild. I don't recall Bruns ever mentioning the Feywild, even in passing.
Celeste was like me, though, like Sapphire Man and myself.
Yes. A man of stone.
That... Perhaps there is something to be learned from him, even if it's not exactly the information I thought I'd find.
The last time I saw Celeste was... Well, from my memory, I remember that he would walk around a lot, wearing a lot of armor. He was made of a very brittle stone. But I think he wore that armor around here in the Feywild as well.
It tracks. Well, if you... Yeah, I'll write down the message for you. And I'll take a piece of parchment and just write down the message from the book.
Okay, thank you.
Turn through the pages and make sure there's no messages I've missed. Because I know they're all the same in different languages, but I think there's probably nothing.
You scroll through, and as she's looking at you scrolling through, I will get her to roll another check. Nothing seems to occur to her.
Okay. And Jade just says, take this, and there's nothing else in here. It's only the same message again and again.
It seems like,
if you have any...
I can't necessarily read all the languages, but I'll take your word for it. It seems like it probably would be.
Well, if the message was the same in Druidic and in Primordial, and there was another one which I could understand, then I would assume that's the same. Dreety thought so as well.
Seems to be the
but
case.
I leave this with you in case you have any more breakthroughs or if you find anything similar.
Okay.
Thank you.
I was looking at you. You're welcome, by the way, for the little that I could provide, but there are some languages in there that I think are... that I've never even seen before, so there is certainly something interesting to that book. Maybe it would be worth finding out where it came from, but...
Yes. I once read a book about ancient otherworldly civilizations, and there were a few characters in a forgotten language called Russian, which I recognise from a few pages in this book as well. And
yes.
I thought that was really interesting.
I've heard of it. Cyrillic. I hear their scriptures written. No. Russia is canon in this universe.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Japan in the DC, Russia in SB.
Yeah.
But I think with that, if there's nothing else that you want to do necessarily, that's pretty much all there is. And I think Ilaria starts to head back. Roll for me an intelligence check really quickly as you walk back.
Okay.
For rejoin with the others. And we rewind to see what they were doing.
10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a very vague thought in your mind that you have after a little while.
Oh wait, intelligence. I didn't add anything to it because I'm silly.
Oh, intelligence. Yeah.
I'm smart. 12. Sorry.
12? Okay, that pushes you over the edge a little bit of getting some actual information. But it will be faint. You do get just some sort of passing thoughts regarding the gaze above. That stands out to you now a little bit because Ilaria couldn't piece together what that quite meant. But you think a little bit about the sort of information that you've garnered over time. And the telescope sort of pops into your head a little bit at that point. As an instrument that you might use to gaze.
Wait, haven't we encountered a telescope before?
Yeah.
Don't I have a telescope?
I think that's the one that you took. That was being kept as like remnants of like the wreckage of a ship that.
Can I pick it up? Because oh my gosh, Jade's very short stint as a captain suddenly. I think okay, there's two things. So I think as Ilaria leaves, Jade probably just says,
yes.
Is there another way, another exit?
From where?
Other than the front door, from here, or another room I could go to that isn't this room. This one makes me a little bit uncomfortable.
She points to the window. You could climb out the window, but
I think I'm going to go and sit on the roof
of the tree. It's very high up, but
I'm very good at climbing. I have a climbing speed.
Okay, I wish you the best. If you need anything, don't hesitate to yell out or reach us in any other way.
That's right.
You have Scarlet with you now, don't you? Or who is it that has Scarlet?
I'll probably have it.
Might have been Vidriti. We can say that.
If Vidriti wants Scarlet, then I will have passed him on.
I might.
Maybe he's flitting around the group.
I might ask Scarlet to keep an eye on you.
Okay. I'm just going to sit.
Okay.
Goodbye, and Jade will vault out the window.
Okay, you vault out the window, Ilaria heads back, and just before we cut back to the others, as you vault out, just roll me a quick perception check.
It's very bad. 3 + 7, 10.
10? 10 is still enough to... You'll just barely get a sight of this. You see, in the distance, as you scramble out, in the very distance, what looks to be like... You're thinking for a moment, what on earth is that? Something scrambling up the outside of the tree. Is that...
That's horrible!
Hard to say what it is, but it disappears before you get a good glimpse of it. It kind of looked very... hard-edged, rectangular almost, but it disappears out of sight. And we cut back to the rest of the group. Or, yeah, Emma.
I was just going to say, you can move along vertical surfaces and across liquids on your turn without falling during the move, so I'm just going to run around up the tree.
Alright, you run up the tree. You run up pretty easily, given this is like your specialty, your forte.
Yep.
So to speak. Alright, Vidriti, Core, you are now back in the past. We are cutting back to you guys having your tea party with the other NPCs in the room. Tamara looks at you, Core. Are you okay? Okay, you're not. I know that. Silly question, but what?
Core sips more of his vodka tea.
What should... Oh, this is a lovely tea. This is quite nice. I have to thank Ilaria later. What is it that we should be doing? I understand that Jade is chasing after this bronze that to my understanding, betrayed Jade in some sort of way. and left Jade behind.
Mhm.
Core, you're dealing with some inner demons and maybe some outer demons. I think you're far more equipped to handle those outer demons. Inner demons are a challenge, I would know.
Uh-huh.
And for Driddy, you're looking for your family. And you want to kill Calarel, I think, if I remember that correctly.
I'm not opposed to it.
Sounds fun.
You seem to have mellowed out a little bit. But in that case, what exactly is it that we're going to do next?
I am having a crisis, and I do not need to be involved in decision making right now.
Okay. Court, would you like another tea? You can have mine, actually, if you like. Try it without the vodka. It's quite good.
No, I think I need the vodka.
Okay, then I'm gonna keep my tea.
Mhm.
Alright, for Driddy.
Or flicks Tamar's tea so it spills all over the table.
He's gonna attempt to, oh, it's not good. He's gonna attempt to, prevent the
like
spill.
a cat. It's like,
Oh my god, he can't. He sees you getting ready to flick it, and he like puts his hand to stop it, but he ends up just getting burned by the tea. Ooh, ow, Court, why would you do? I understand you're going through some stuff.
it's just really tempting.
It's fine. I don't understand you, but that's.
Core edges the mug over the edge of the table and it falls.
He's gonna attempt to catch that.
Yeah, Trudy's gonna attempt to catch the mug.
Oh, he does catch the mug. He's.
Ruining
this
my
time.
fun.
I would feel terrible breaking. Oh, there's a little thing that flew by the camera. That was weird. It was like dust.
Orbs.
Also, there's just like this small shimmer over like Tamar's hand, and like the burn vanishes.
No.
Oh. He looks
That's
around.
nice.
He looks to Verdree. Thank you. I would feel bad being here if Alari returned, breaking this. Actually, this is Melody. This isn't.
It's not
Alari's.
Lara. I wouldn't break my own mum's mugs. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I didn't think about that for a moment. But it's still your mum's tea that you spilled.
Yeah, she makes a lot of tea.
She does. It's nice tea. He looks to Avarice. Avarice is sleeping. Sapphire Man is looking at Avarice. Whoa.
Why don't you do that too, Sapphire Man?
Do what?
That's fun. The sleeping.
I do not know how to.
You shut your eyes and you snore.
I thought there was a loss of consciousness involved in it somewhere.
Or you should attempt that too. We can do that for you. No, actually, I don't actually intend to inflict any violence on you because Jade likes you.
Inflicting violence upon me?
No.
Have I wronged you in some way?
No,
If I have, then for that I apologize.
I literally just said no.
I do not yet understand the concept of sarcasm quite well enough.
We cannot be friends.
I appreciate the gesture, though. Tamara looks at Sapphire Man. Well, okay. Alright. Okay, Verdridi. Did you have anything... Well, do you have any sort of preference, I guess, as to what we do next? Because it seems like we're kind of aimlessly wandering around, not taking any sort of decisive course of action
Sorry,
at the moment.
hang on. Just
That's
very
okay.
quick
That's
pause. I have a
always
cat.
Verdridi.
It's very distracting.
I have a cat.
Sapphire Man looks at you, Core. I have only ever learned how to get into a meditative sort of state. I think Jade taught me how to do that.
Why don't you go do that?
Okay, I shall do that. For
Tata.
in how long should I return?
Indefinitely.
Indefinitely.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
I will not be back. And he walks. He walks just off to the corner of the room, like not even out of sight. He's just like sort of there, but he's just like a little bit further away, and he just goes. And he goes into a trance at that point. Core, you're there now with the sleeping Avarice, Tamar, who is talking to Verdridi about something that you are not even phased about. You don't care at this moment. You are thinking about other things. How are you doing, Core? What are you doing?
He's thinking about his vodka. He's swelling in his cup. And he's looking between Tamara and Vidrudi like, this seems important.
Okay, roll for me a Constitution saving throw.
Natural 20.
Oh my god, you are unfazed. You are too deep in distress for the vodka to even
This is
affect you.
doing
at the
it for
moment.
me.
You briefly consider maybe going back to the bar for some more alcohol or looking around. Maybe Melody had some strong stuff around here. She was an old lady after all, and we all know that old ladies love to party hard.
True. Core gets up dramatically and walks over to the cupboard.
Alright, you get up dramatically, and as you do, you wake Arrows.
Go back to sleep.
Oh, indeed I shall, a mysterious voice in the distance. So Tamara's looking at you, Vedridi. So did you have any preference as to what we do next, I guess? Since your issue is quite pressing, I'd imagine. And I don't know if we've got anything else that's quite so urgent time-wise as what's going on with you. You mentioned that your sister is in the Kingdom of Crystal. I know how to get there from Capital. So if we get back to Capital somehow, if we can. I don't know how to get back from here, but I think Core... And he looks over to the side.
For that?
I think Core has an amulet that can get us
Of
back.
course, amulet could probably get us maybe to the Kingdom of Crystal if...
Or straight to the
If I got it specifically
kingdom
right.
itself.
Yes.
What do you mean by that,
I
Core?
have faith.
I mean, it could fail horribly. We get it up in the middle of the ocean.
True.
It's true.
Hope you like swimming.
Well,
I
okay.
don't actually mind it.
Okay.
Tamar's a big baby.
That's fine. I don't mind getting wet. A little bit.
Doesn't like deep water.
Deep water is scary, okay? I'm a big guy. I sink fast. Scary. I can't transform into a mermaid either, Core. Believe me, I have tried. But let's not delve into that any more than we need to. I pretend I didn't say that.
I think we should delve into that even more, actually. But I'm not there, so.
Tamara has a lot of repressed emotional issues.
Would you also like the alcohol?
You know what? Maybe yes, I will have a little bit. I could use a
What
little.
do I find in the cupboards?
You find... Roll for me an investigation check. And also, I want... Actually, yeah, just an investigation
23.
check. 23! Okay. You gotta look around. You find various spirits of various shapes and sizes. You see all sorts of bottles, and just by smell, you can kind of recognize what these are. You do find some very strong stuff. You find some absinthe in there if you'd like just some strong alcohol.
Yes, I take the absinthe. I know that's all we'll need.
You take the absinthe. You take the whole bottle of this clear fluid. That's just... It just smells of alcohol. You can just... It's just in the air. It smells flammable.
I get some glasses. I start dancing like a rainbow flames around them. I'm like, guys, this will be so fun.
Tamara looks at it. That smells like absinthe.
Yeah,
I'll have some.
cool.
2
You
glasses.
pause tomorrow.
Thank you.
Slides them across.
And he's gonna roll a Constitution saving throw.
Also, Drudy would have raised her hand to participate as well.
Okay.
Cool slides, Judy one.
Con saving throw for me, Vedridi. Tamara's getting a little bit tipsy.
Hey, that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, you are fine. You are not being that affected. You can feel the light fuzz of the alcohol, but it dissipates very quickly. You are handling your alcohol like nobody's business right now. Tamara, not so much. He took a sip and he's already like...
I egg Tamar on. I'm like, go on, finish it. Don't be a coward.
Okay. Roll for me a persuasion check to see how much of this he ends up... Will he
How
take a
much
sip?
to see how much of a coward Tamar is.
How much of a coward is
That's
he?
what we're really fighting.
It's gonna be really good. Hold on.
Is he chugging it or is he sipping?
He's gonna be chugging it, I think. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Ah, where am I?
It's Jason Bourne.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Ooh, he's chugging. Alright. And he's gonna roll a Constitution saving throw. He already failed his wisdom with that. Constitution saving throw with disadvantage. Boom. That's very bad. That's very good, but we're not counting that one. So, he's getting drunk. He's getting very tipsy. Oh. Whoa.
Tamar here. Core helps him out of his seat and just lays him down in the corner. Why? It's all good.
Vedridi. He says from his lying down position. What were you planning on doing to us?
Huh.
What?
I think we
In
can
terms
discuss
of-
this in a couple of hours. Shush. Core puts his hand on Tamar's face. Silence.
In terms of I understand
Okay.
our plot.
Drudy can't say this, but shh, only dreams now.
Only truth.
He's just mumbling underneath Core's hand. He's not stopping. Core, you were just like... It's just like...
Is he not stopping?
He keeps mumbling.
Okay,
like,
Core is going to take.
He's
He's going to take a swig of absinthe, and he's going to put his mouth onto Mars and feed him the absinthe. Make sure he's passing out.
You do this like a mother chick feeding her babies. You feed Tamara the alcohol, and he immediately just. Ugh.
Sweet.
He's
Core
knocked
gets back
out.
up. Hey, Judy. Did you like my little getting rid of everyone?
Yes, I did take note of that.
Cool. Core switches to Druidic. To be on the safe side, I did want to have a chat with you, but I'm not very good at just telling people to piss off. Well, I am, but I thought this would be more fun.
So what is bothering you?
Yeah, sorry to interrupt like the really dramatic high-key talks, but I want to be able to, participate and lend my incredibly high intelligence to these discussions. And right now I'm a little bit distracted.
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah, and I didn't want to talk to Baron, so I can trust you.
Drita's just kind of like eyes Baron, just kind of slightly away from Baron, just instinctively.
Yeah, the thing is, you may have noticed, maybe, perhaps, I didn't notice until today. I think Jade is in love with me.
Isn't it obvious?
I was about to say if you said that, I would be very upset, but you already went out and said it, and I didn't give you the warning, so therefore I can't be upset. Yeah, that's the thing. What would you tell me in response to this now? Apart from, isn't it obvious? Because now I feel a bit dumb, and I know I'm not that dumb, but...
You're not dumb at all. Just I thought that you knew.
Nope. Was not aware of this fact until recently. Until an hour ago.
Well, Tamara also has the for you.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, that's great. We'll talk about that another time. Okay. That problem, he gestures at sleeping Tamar. That is a lot of baggage. This is a new problem that I feel like is more pressing.
Is it a problem for you?
I don't think Jade knows what is good for Jade. You should ask Tamar. I am not good for anyone.
He is very sad, isn't he?
He is very sad. That's partially my fault. That's a big step for me to admit that. Don't tell anyone.
Your secrets are safe.
Yeah, so the problem with Jade is like my closest friend, and I don't want to ruin Jade's life. Me, I'm not great.
I can understand the part of that.
Yeah. So what's your advice? Should I tell Jade this is a terrible thing? Terrible, no good thing.
I mean, you can still love him and not be in...
I find it very difficult to differentiate types of love. Yeah, I mean... Yeah.
And then you hear the door creak open.
How do you...
Dear God.
I'm not intruding, am I? Alaria says as she returns.
Go away, Mom.
Are you sure, dearie?
Go away, Mom.
Mom, go away! You never understand me. You always barge into my room. You never knock. Why don't you knock, Mom? Why don't you knock?
That was Cora. 100%. Can you just go for a walk or something?
Are you sure I can't get you a blanket?
No.
What about a tea?
I don't want more tea.
What about some food? You look famished.
No.
Are you sure?
Go away.
Okay, I'll bring you back some food.
Bye.
Would you like something as well? I'm sorry about Core.
Drita just kind of does a hand flourish and an orange appears. And she just starts peeling it.
Orange cake. I've got it. Okay, I'll be right.
No. It's a real orange and she starts peeling it. Druidcraft. If I can make flowers, I can make fruit.
Orange cake.
True.
Orange cake.
Orange cake.
Orange cake.
Orange cake.
Cool, get orange cake. Of course, shoves a Laria.
Okay, bye.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
And you
Mothers.
don't see Jade come back out.
I'm sure he's fine.
Okay, question. With my passive perception of 23,
Yes, is the answer.
Can you
get
see?
that?
Can you see through walls? Maybe.
observant feet. A.
You hear.
Fun fact, this is the only way that you get the read lips. Thing.
Yeah, you were mentioning that. I remember you mentioned that to me. That's cool. Okay, with your passive perception, I will say that you do hear a sort of a movement on the outside of the on the outside. It sounds like on the outside of the tree on the wall. You hear like a sort of that sounds like Jade. Kind of how Jade moves. Kind of sounds like Jade.
Jade is not in the building anymore.
Yeah, but is he in trouble?
Oh, what was that?
Sorry,
Jade
Dirty
really
said
froze for a second.
Jade is not in the building, and Core said, but is he in danger? Or something of that nature.
Okay. Oh, we got it.
Wait, I have a familiar. I can check on this. Familiar. It clicks. Go find Jade.
All right, your familiar goes out. What kind of familiar do you have?
A snake.
Snake. To go out, you slither out on the outside of the tree. You are wandering around, and I want you to roll for me an investigation check as you're looking for Jade on the outside.
Oh, someone's at my door. 1 sec.
It's okay. I'm back. I brought your orange cake.
Orange cake.
Orange cake. Orange cake.
So there you go. Can't make a wife out of orange cake. Don't know where
Yes,
that
you
came
can.
from. Hang on. Oh, wait. Seeing as there's a natural lull, would you like to see my 3D portrait I painted?
Oh, for 3D portrait.
It's a 3D.
Oh, dude.
Okay.
Dude, that's a really. Oh my.
Goodbye.
Oh my god.
16 for investigation.
16 for investigation. All right. Jade, I also want you to roll for me something.
Okay.
Stealth. I want you to roll a stealth check.
Stealth. 12 plus 8, I think.
Okay.
20.
All right. As you're slithering around the tree,
I want to say
Don't worry.
Jade isn't trying to hide.
I know.
He's not.
I know.
Okay, yeah.
Don't worry. I got you. 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 I ruffled through my DM notes. No, okay. As you're slithering around the tree, you do run into something in the far distance first that you spot kind of on the outskirts of the tree on your quest to find Jade. And you do eventually find Jade. But on your way to find Jade, you do see something weird in the distance. Crawling up the tree. Up to the top, kind of around. Just
What?
roll for me a perception check to see if you perceive what it is.
16.
16? You get a pretty decent view of it from here. Kind of looks like a bed.
Thomas!
I'm sorry. I feel like I have done this.
Cool.
And
I
it's-
send my familiar to Jade.
It scuttles away.
I pop
But
back
you
into
do
my head.
eventually come across what looks like a jade-shaped statue. Is it jade statue? It might be. A jade-shaped
Might
jade
be.
statue? Is jade statue the one and only? You do find jade statue. Jade statue is coming up the tree.
I think once I get to the top, I'll just sit. And Jade sits kind of crouched like, hang on, you know exactly how he's crouched?
Yeah!
It's like this. Just like holding the telescope in his hands. And I think he kind of goes to like look up at the sky and then he kind of just drops his hands and just. He seems a little bit down.
Aw, I'll get my snake to wrap around his wrist.
Ah! Oh, I'm not scared of snakes. That was a joke. That was Emma. Oh. Hello.
It does a tongue flick.
Oh no. Thought you were going to bite me.
It
What's
jokingly
cause?
like,
What's cause Snake's name? Familiar's name.
Ooh. Hold on. I need this to be good.
And as would Jade recognize this immediately as like Core's familiar? Like, is there something that's like easily recognizable as his familiar like each time?
It's the most fabulous snake ever.
Its name is Apophis.
A
Poppy for
Poppy.
short.
Oh, cute.
Poppy. Are you Poppy?
It nods. It's like the little marshmallow snake on TikTok.
Oh.
Yep.
Ooh. Poppy nods his head and just settles down.
Alright. You are,
Like wrapped tightly around Jade's wrist.
you are checking up on Jade. Jade looks alright. Physically
He
safe
looks
and sound.
sad. He looks visibly.
Looks visibly
sad.
sad.
But when he sees Poppy, he starts trying to smile a bit.
But not in danger. Not in danger.
Not in danger.
Aside from whatever that bed was, that's kind of weird. Going
Yeah,
around the outside of the trees. I wonder what that is.
Core pops back into his head and is like, there's a bed running around. Just thought you ought to know.
Should we
Thought you
be
ought to know.
concerned?
It's probably got better things to do than come after us.
Better things to get better things to yeah.
Also, I've got an eye on Jade, so if anything happens, I'll know.
Okay.
Anyway, continue with your counselling, please. Go.
I got distracted by bed. What was Trudy saying?
I don't think we'd really even started proper counselling.
Well, actually, okay. We can take this moment, in that case, this quick diversion, this mini lull, to have a think about what we're going to do, because we can take a short break here, as we are about halfway through, and I really need to pee, and I really need a tea refill. Both of those go hand in hand. So, we'll be back in just a few moments. If you watched this point, thank you very much for watching. Don't nobody go nowhere. And we're back in a few minutes. So stay tuned. I'll see you in a moment.
See you soon.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Boom, boom. Audio. Hello. We have audio again. And we are live once again with the Shiny Boys. Welcome back to session 40. I hope you guys are doing well. We are ready for some more shenanigans to take place. So last we left our heroes in our adventure, we were about to have, or in the middle of kind of what will amount to...
Canceling.
I'm gonna go sit on the roof. I'm actually still here, but
Subterfuge.
Jade is chilling out on the roof. Core, you are at least safe and... No, you know that Jade is safe and sound, which is pretty good. And you are ready to have your counseling session with Verdruti.
Mm-hmm.
While Avarice
He's
is...
picked Drudy. He's like,
She
Drudy,
picked
please.
Judy. Avarice is asleep. Sapphire Man is in a meditative state until he is forced out of it, I guess, because he's doesn't have any
until
plans.
further notice.
Until further notice. It's just indefinitely in hibernation, let's say. And
Tomorrow
tomorrow's
is forcibly drunk, passed out.
He is passed out. So it is just the two of you.
Just the two of us.
So how you going? Oh yeah, and Ilaria is out.
Making
Doing
a
it.
cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, I would like friendly advice. Yeah, that's the thing that friends do.
Yes. What is it that... Well, what do you want from Jade?
You see, I don't do this thing called future planning. I think it really bogs down the flow of life. Yeah.
That's fair.
Why would you need to think about tomorrow when you're enjoying today so much?
Because the
Hello, my
sun
name
will
is
rise.
Cole. I'm 58, and I don't plan the future.
The sun will rise tomorrow, or well, not here, but you know the phrase. And you will still be there.
Yeah.
Has Jade expressed that he wants something from you?
No, tell you what. I will recount the things that were said, which I think is questionable. Okay. And Core recounts to Dreesy what Jade said to him. Now, does that sound like, undying love? Because to me, that kind of sounds like undying love. Just a bit. Tiny bit.
Just
Maybe.
yes. Well, did you tell him that you weren't interested in that with him?
Jade didn't use the word love specifically. In fact, I don't think Jade really knows what those feelings are. I think he thinks it means we're really good friends.
I mean, you can be in love with your very good friends, but
It's not that way,
Also, I'm just gonna take a quick moment to reference.
Go for it.
Because there was something that Jade said that I did write down.
I'm using a member of Blackpink as a reference from for Core's face.
Oh my god. Which member though?
Lisa, I think she has the most
Aww.
interesting proportions, and I know that you always say that Core has really unearthly proportions. So.
Fair.
That's exactly when I got Core commissioned. I think I used a picture of Jenny, so that's really funny.
No.
No. No, I'm not saying you have to switch it. I'm saying it's funny that we'd go for the Blackpink vibe.
Core is Blackpink.
He is. I think he's just the entire vibe. But I think between any of them, Lisa and Jenny. Also, I'm very touched that you're drawing Core. Wow. I'll process it later.
Of course. I feel like Lisa has the more Core expressions. She
Yeah.
looks more playful
She's
and heh. Whereas Jenny is very
more
pose. I know I am a queen. Worship me. Which is also another Core vibe.
Court does vibe with especially those two members of Blackpink, I think.
I found a picture of both of them
Oh,
together. There we go.
Okay. I think I've got.
You found the reference point.
Yeah.
Now I've got that thing stuck in my head. Baby, not done.
Maybe you go the way things feel right for you, which is to say that you take it one day at a time and see how things feel.
That sounds like something normal people do. Look at me. Do I look normal? Am I normal? The problem is I'm just too attractive, isn't it, Trudy? No, that was a joke. Well, kind of.
You sound like
tone it down a
Jade.
little bit.
You have a very aesthetic appearance.
Thank you. I do try. I was just born with it. No, not really. This is all fake. Core clicks and all the color drains from his features. Ta-da! He clicks, it comes back. There you go.
Okay, but he's been sitting in his like fabulous changeling form anyways.
So, how do I describe it? The colors are not what Core naturally looks like. Naturally, he looks a lot more like a silvery mirage kind of color, but he just fills it up with like pink and purple most of the time.
Okay, so more like a mirror.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's so cool. Okay. I feel like Druidy's like hand kind of almost twitches towards like her notebook, but she like resists.
I'm a light show. You may enjoy.
Yes.
I'm distracting. I am purposely steering my own counseling session towards praising my aesthetic self. How could I do this?
Foiled again by myself.
Foiled again by myself.
It's your counselling session. You got to do.
I think normal is overrated in terms of description.
So I should just be completely
You
free
should
and easy
find
about
what
this?
feels right and take your time.
Yeah, but the way that love is a big word. Let's just use the word. The way that I enter into relationships with people. That's a longer way to say it, but I like it better. I do not like to have one person in my life because I find that stressful. And also I feel things for many people. Well, not a huge amount of people anymore, but like, just maybe like, I'm fine with like 2, 3, 4, even 5. It's not that big a deal how many people it is. We don't need to put numbers on it. But I don't know if Jade likes that because I know Tamar didn't really like that. And I feel
maybe
like that,
talk to Jade about it. What you're feeling.
that's really sensible. Cool. I also like people liking me in a really unhealthy way because that means that I have some power over them and I don't want to feel that way with Jade. I don't want to use that. I don't want to treat Jade badly.
Then make the effort not to.
It's really easier said than done when you're not a bad person, Drady. You're such a good person.
It takes effort.
Yeah.
To
Effort to be a good person. Yeah. Would it be a bad
effort
person
not to
thing
let my temper not to get ahead of things.
Ooh. I'd like to see you angry, personally.
It usually involves stabbing things.
Oof, I like that. That's sassy. Alright. I will have a talk with Jade.
I think that friendships or any sort of relationship it benefits from speaking.
yeah, I don't really know if Jade's interested in the whole benefits thing. I think Jade is more interested in the eternal love, dedication,
Not the
declaration. side of
benefits
things.
in that type of sense, you know.
Okay, remember who you're talking to.
Ah, yes, okay. She kind of just places her hand on like the table and like blooms a flower in front of Core. Your relationship it blooms.
I get it. That was great. That's beautiful, by the way.
It is a. I need to make sure that I get it right though, okay? Because otherwise it could be very bad. It is a coral rose, not an orange rose.
Not orange.
Okay, so coral is
Don't forget who you're
friendship
talking
slash.
to.
Coral is friendship. Orange is passion and desire.
Oh, yeah, please.
Yeah.
Let's not link Drudy and Core. Core can't
Yeah,
handle
no.
another one of you.
Yeah, Judy's like, I'm very gay. No.
That's fine. Cool. Core is appropriately pleased with his pretty rose, and he tucks it into his lapel and he pats it. He's like, "Thank you. This means a lot. I will talk to
You're
Jade.
a good friend.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Oh, really? Can I insight check you?
You can certainly insight Judy is being completely
21.
honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, damn, a lot of surprises today. Okay, well, whilst I'm tapping your infinite wisdom as my friend, should I tell... He points over his shoulder very subtly at Tamar and then points towards Avros. He's like, do you think this is anything that should, involve them?
You wanted to involve them?
Here's the thing, Drudy. Avros, he's just kind of always around. I'm not really that invested. Tamar, I know. We'll deal with that later, at another point in time. I've been saying that for many years now. But eventually, yes, it will be dealt with. And I feel like Jade and Tamar get on pretty well, so I don't know, maybe this could be one thing. Maybe I could make this work. I will pitch this idea. Let's see how it goes. It's either going to go really well or really badly. But either
And
way,
if
it'll
you
be
need, I can sit in and mediate things.
yes, do that.
Tamar has anger problems. Like
He
I
does. He really does. But they've got a lot better. I'm pleased to see. I am reporting some progress there. Sweet. Good talk. If my mum comes back, say she's allowed to be in the general vicinity now. I will come for orange cake later. I'm going to talk to Jade. He looks sad. I don't think it's about me. I think it's about someone else. So we'll talk about that first, and then I will see where the mood takes us. Okay, cool. Bye. Core climbs out the window.
All right, Corey, you go to the bedroom, and you quickly see that there is no bed there. Suddenly,
That explains a lot.
you said it better than I
Treaty,
could.
there's a bed climbing around. It's from here. It might come back and attack us. If it does, scream. Core goes back out the window.
You go outside, and you head on up to the top as far as you can get into the branches, into the upper echelons. I love saying the word echelon. That's
Echelons.
It's a
echelon.
fun word.
I've said it so many times this session. You head into the upper echelons, the upper canopy of this tree, and you do eventually get your way to Jade.
Oh.
Jade,
Core emerges.
you are there. Jade, how have you been this whole time? You are there with...
I've just been holding the telescope, like occasionally lifting it and then just being like,
But not actually looking through it.
no.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey.
I wasn't expecting you.
Oh, no. Well, I wouldn't expect you to expect me. What are you doing? You look sad.
It's nothing. It's okay.
I am a very good liar, Jade. A very good liar. And I am calling bullshit. Tell me what's wrong.
I'm just surprised you're here. I came up here because I thought you didn't want me around.
No, I just wanted to talk to Dreedy, so I sent you away, and then I sent my mom away, and then I got Tamar really drunk, and then Avros just fell asleep on his own.
Obviously, I didn't see the others go, so when you sent me away first, I just felt a bit...
Oh no, I respected you enough to actually tell you to vacate. I didn't want to pry you with absinthe. Tamar loves absinthe, it was too easy.
Well, heard a little bit.
Oh.
I kind of came
Claw
up here.
reaches out. Pat. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I kept trying to... Well, I made a discovery with this thing, and he points the telescope, but every time I thought about doing it, I just was too distracted by other weird, sad feelings. So...
Weird, sad feelings about the telescope?
No, I just thought... Well, it just hurt a little bit. So... It's okay though. I know why you did it. Maybe because you want to.
I want to have bro chats with Dreedy. It's what you do with your friends, apparently.
Oh, okay.
I have chats with you too, without them around. You're
So
still
why-
unhappy.
No, I'm just unsure of how to proceed. And why you're here?
I'm here because I wanted to chat with you because you looked sad. I was spying on you. See? He boots his little snake.
So, why did you send me away then and the others?
Because I wanted to talk to Dreedy. Guys, what do you guys
I
not
mean
understand
about-
that?
I meant more about like what were you talking to Treaty about? Sorry, that was probably a better way to phrase the question.
I was talking to Dreedy about life stuff.
Oh, like how we were talking about life stuff before.
Kind of like that. I was going to talk about that after you told me why you were so sad and there was a telescope, but you don't want to tell me about the telescope or why other reasons you're sad.
Oh, I'm not really sad for any other reasons. It was...
Oh, it's just that. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
I can
something
talk to you about the
terribly
telescope.
tragic had happened. Oh yeah, tell me about the telescope. That's good. Start there.
Well, I guess it... I sometimes just get sad. It doesn't have to be a... What's terribly tragic, I suppose, isn't the only thing that can make me feel a little bit melancholy. Sometimes I just have trouble processing my feelings and things like that, and I just have to take some time by myself to calm them down so that I can think about them and learn what they are, I guess. But that's beside the point. This is the telescope, and apparently I think it might have something to do with the message in the book, and I was going to look through it, but I could do that now if you want, if that's what you want me to do that.
Is it
Should
safe to look through?
I will do it.
You do the thing?
Okay.
Sure, why not? What's up in the sky?
Alright, you take your telescope and you point it up into the night sky, the beautiful night sky filled with stars. I want you to roll for me a perception check as you do this feat.
23.
23. Alright. You look out into the night sky. And you've gazed out into the night sky before. But this time it's different. The way you look through this telescope at all the stars in the distance, now more clear than ever, with no surrounding scenery to detract from the grand sight before you. You're overcome by a sense of how grand the world really is.
Wow.
There's millions of stars out there.
The sky is big.
It's quite pretty as well.
Yeah.
And there's something that catches your eye with your roll.
It's a bed.
So,
It's crawling amongst the stars.
It has wings now. It's using the sheets as a parachute.
as you gaze, you realize that there is something that's It's weird when you move the telescope around, looking at the sky. There is a sort of crack or a scratch.
I think I see Russia. The Russia constellation. Is that
Where do you think
Sputnik?
Freddy came from?
I build a bomb in my home country of Russia. It's long time no see. Hello, adventurers.
Mystery solved.
Man, I miss Freddy. Maybe we'll see him one day again. But
Does that mean everybody on Earth in this world is rat people?
yeah,
Well,
Well.
Is that weird?
Well.
no, okay. There is a sort of crack or a sort of scratch in like a sort of zigzaggy shape on the lens of the telescope.
I will try and find stars that align with that zigzag.
You have the right idea, and you look around.
Yeah, I knew it.
And one thing that quickly occurs to you as you're looking around, trying to find stars that align with the zigzag, doesn't seem like any of them match really clearly. You can kind of get some hodgepodge fits here and there. Roll for me an
I'm on the
intelligence
wrong
check.
plane, am I?
Oh, don't even... Roll for me an intelligence check.
just makes sense.
You can do it with advantage because of what you said.
Natural 1.
Advantage.
8.
8 is... You have an inkling
I
that...
knew it.
I'm gonna say that you have an inkling that you're probably on the wrong plane.
Okay.
With that low roll, I think you have a pretty good idea that suspicion is on point, but you don't get any more than that.
Sure. I lower the telescope and just like, no, it's not going to work.
And at this point, as you lower it, as you hear a scuttling, I want the two of you to roll for me
Jesus Christ.
some initiative rolls.
No, not the bloody bed. That's cocked.
Alrighty, we're...
17. That's not bad. 17
Nice.
clever.
Natural one.
Oh no!
Of course I
Alright.
won.
In that case, Jade, you turn...
21.
21. Jade, you turn around first. Let me see if I can actually... Okay, hold on. Let me do something. I'm gonna try a funky thing. Will this work? Can I like resize this or no? Hold on. Wait, oops. Hello. I'm gonna attempt something. Let me get rid of this. I'm gonna attempt to show the cameras and the map on screen. So just give me like a moment. I don't need this or that or that or that or that or that. I just want that. Okay, cool. Oh, that is cool. I can kind of put you guys up here. Sorry, look at that. Wow. That's fantastic. Oh, wait.
I've got to open the Twitch stream.
Boom. Alright, I'll do my best to describe what's going on, but here's what you see. You see Jade. Core, you are next to Jade. About 10 feet behind you, a bed. A bed? Question mark. A bed has approached...
A bed!
A bed has entered the chat room and is looking at you quite menacingly.
Eject the bed.
It almost goes without saying, you are the first in the initiative order. You managed to see this menacing bed with gnashing teeth. It's like a bed, it's got teeth. That's about as much as I could say. It's a bed with teeth. It's kind of gnashing at you. It's looking like it's not really going to be quite friendly. It looks pretty nasty, to be fair. You do recognize the bed. It looks like the bed from Melody's room. It's Melody's bed.
Ew,
You
that
did
must
this.
be bad.
And this now kind of confirms, I think, to you where on earth Melody's bed was.
Sweet. Is it within...
And then what
5
happened to the body?
Yes!
That went back in the bag.
Missing body too. No.
I thought the body went back
In the body bag.
Yeah, you guys have the body. The
Maybe.
body was there.
We have the body. I think Baron put it back in his bag.
Yeah, Baron put it in his head.
No, he put it back in the bed though. At the request of Dridi and Ilaria.
Oh yeah, he did
boy.
too.
Oh my god. Is
The
it
bed
just
ate
in
it.
there?
Say again.
Deathbed, the bed that
The
eats
deathbed.
people.
Bed eats people.
The bed ate the body.
You could probably draw that logical
What?
conclusion. Yes, that the body is now gone. If Baron left the body in the bed, then well, it's been left in the bed.
Cole's just like, oh,
Okay.
So
Oh.
you are 10 feet away. You are touch distance from Core. You are 10 feet away from this bed. What would you like to do, Jade?
Okay, I'll do a... I guess I'm gonna do a full round of... I'm sorry, I'm trying to open the Twitch, but it's not opening for me?
The twitch.
TheBarinade. So that I can see the map.
Yeah.
Come on.
Doing
go.
a load.
Okay.
Cool.
Right. So, I'm going to unload a full series of attacks on this bad boy.
Go for it.
First of all, I'll wield my quarterstaff, and the way I'm thinking is I'm going to start trying to just, like, shove it off the... I'm doing hits,
Okay.
but I'm going to be, like, for flavor, I'm trying to just, like, poke it.
And like
as
knock
much
it
as
off
I
the
can,
branch
'cause
as well, or
if that's a thing I can do.
you can try it.
I know
you...
shove is an action though.
Okay.
Shatter the bed, let it fall.
Alright, roll to hit in that case.
Okay, can I do? Well, I know mimics have HP, so before that, I would like to hit it a bunch.
Yeah.
And with my last hit, would I be able to try and like push it, or is that an action?
If you're trying to shove it, then I'll count that as its own action. If you're just doing damage to it,
Okay,
then
I'll just do damage to it. That's
Yeah.
fine. Okay. Then I will do 2 staff attacks.
2 star attacks. Go roll to
That's
hit.
cocked. Okay. I should roll these separately. Okay, this one is 24,
That hits.
and this one is 17.
That hits.
Okay.
I will also say while you're rolling damage,
10.
shoutouts to Chet and Peko on patreon.com. That's patreon.com/CZEPEKU. That's where I get my maps from. I have to give them a shout out, so go check them out if you haven't already, if you want cool maps.
18 points of damage.
Nice.
And then I'm going to spend a key point to do patient defense. Because I think it's probably going to hit me back.
Okay, you do some hits. It looks like it takes some damage. It growls at you. As its mouth, gnashing teeth open up. It's a bed! Isn't that wild? It's kind of crazy. It's looking like it's going to do some damage. Is that all you want to do for your turn, Jade?
I'm just checking that I can't do patient defense with... Let me see. Yep, patient defense. So if it hits me again... Why can't my key point go away? Okay, this is fine. I'm done. Patient defense.
Cool. Alright. I just thought this was kind of funny. The Mimic is not very charismatic, apparently. So... something interesting. It is even less intelligent than it is charismatic, but as you bring your turn to a close, the bed is going to take its turn now to do some serious shit. Having just been attacked by the one and only Jade, it will attempt to... Hold on. It is going to attempt to gnash out and bite you. It will move a little bit beforehand, so it'll get close enough to you to be within touch range. It is also within touch range of Cora now. It'll move 10 feet towards you.
It has disadvantage.
Alright, disadvantage on the attack roll.
Yes, because I did patient defense.
Alright, let's see. Well, I don't need to roll again, it's a nat 1. But I'll just go roll again to see how else it goes. What? A nat 1 or a 3? What is it? What is this, Neff? Is this Neff rolling? Is it how?
Neff got turned into a table.
Alright, it attempts to bite you. And it takes a chunk out of the tree instead. Totally missing you by a large margin. Core, it almost actually hits you. It misses by so much. It almost takes a bite out of the one and only Core. Jade, you notice this?
No.
You might be feeling a little bit more ambivalent towards the bed now. The bed is out for a bite to eat. Core, it is your turn.
Core's kind of laughing. He thinks it's a bit funny.
Alright, you watch as this bed takes a chunk out of the tree right next to you, and you look at the bed with whatever expression Core would have at this point. You look at it in bemusement, maybe.
Yeah.
Alright, what would you like
I
to
go,
do?
and I'm going to cast a chromatic orb at it.
Ooh, chromatic orb. Alright, what does it do?
It's a roll to hit. 26.
Yeah, it just barely nicks it.
I'm going to choose acid damage.
Oh shit, okay.
Okay. I will just get my, how many is it? It's 68. So,
Okay.
do a calculator.
This is gonna be fun.
3.
Cool.
7. 8. 3.
Okay.
think it's one more. 5.
5, okay. So how much total?
33 points of acid damage.
33 points of acid damage. Alright, as you cast your orb, you watch as you're about to unleash a heck of a lot of acid damage upon this unsuspecting bed. And as it makes contact and lands, it dissipates.
No!
And the bed doesn't appear to take any damage at all. You
Dude.
gain from this that it is most likely immune to acid damage.
Oh no.
It lashes
Can't
out.
pick
It's
anything else.
it looks like it's not look. You're causing its teeth to plaque up a bit with that acid damage. It is not having a good time.
It's good damage as well.
It was. That would have been.
Does chromatical keep going? Oh, I'm thinking of prismatic spray. Never
I
mind.
think you might be.
All right, back to the top of the order. Unless Core would like to move around, it'll be Jade. Your turn.
No, I'm good.
All right, Jade. What would you like to do today? On today's episode.
I will do full attacks and then flurry. Nope, I'll do a stunning strike so that Core's next thing has a few more better chances of hitting.
Cool.
So I will. Yep, 2 hits, 2-handed quarterstaff. Oh, I rolled the wrong dice last time. Oh well, I'll just say I did it one-handed last time. 17 plus 8 is 25, and then 9 plus 8 is 17.
Those both hit.
Whack, whack!
You are
That's
knocking this bed around.
7 plus
You are dismantling
4,
this piece of
11,
IKEA furniture.
15 points of damage.
15 points of
And then
damage. It's
I'm gonna do a stunning strike, so roll to hit. Oh. 13?
it hits.
Oh, thank God, okay. It now has to make a... Is it cons? Let me say. Sorry.
All good.
It takes a constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution saving throw. Where did I put my
yes,
d20?
and how many is my... Oh, no, I'm just strike again.
It is a
26.
16 on the con save.
Ugh, it just makes it. And it takes
Oh.
5 points of damage.
Oh, okay. It's looking like the total amount of damage that you've given it so far, it looks like it's taken quite even though you've dealt a lot less damage, or not a lot less, a little bit less damage than Core, you have noticed that your damage has been much more visible as the bread is... The bread is being brought home by the breadwinner today, Jade. No, you are doing some damage to the bed. It seems like you also ascertain from the damage that Core dealt that it is immune to acid damage. And you bring it down a fair chunk. The bed looks displeased. As displeased as a bed can look. It's looking aggravated. It's gnashing its bed teeth. And it's going to take another bite. But this time, it's going to attempt to lash out at Core. Taking its teeth in the direction of Core's body. It is going to attempt another bite. Within reach, it's going to roll to hit you with its mouth. That is pretty big. Okay, does a 23 hit?
Yeah, I'm a wizard.
Okay. Alright. In that case, you will be taking, as it bites down on you, Core, maybe bites down on like your leg or something like that, depending on how you're standing. You feel, as this bed lunges at you, you will be taking a total of... Wait, that's the wrong dice. Not very much. You were taking... 6 piercing damage plus 5 acid damage. So 11 damage total, unless you're immune to either one of those.
No.
Alright, you feel the acidity oozing from the teeth as well, as you get bitten,
Ow.
and you quickly realize that this monstrosity is acidic. Gosh darn tootin'.
Whoopsie.
But with
Try
that
to try
knowledge
something
now,
else.
it's your turn to throw whatever you would like at this bed.
Okay, I'm gonna go for a lightning bolt. It's a dex save.
Dex save, alright. It's not very dexterous.
Oh, it did well, didn't it?
That's a nat 20! That's a natural 20 on the dex save.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, this bed is coming in. What is happening? This bed is...
Half as much damage.
This bed is giving its all. But it saves critically.
Okay, let me roll the damage. It's a lot of d6, and I only have 1 d6, so be patient with me.
All good. We have a nice time to chill here.
I need
Some
something to work on.
D6 and chill. We're
I'll
gonna get
use
some
this.
dice rolling ASMR.
I'm going to use this to write down the numbers because it's a lot of d6. Okay. Ah, my pen.
Pen, pineapple, apple, pen.
Boop, 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 boop.
I just rolled 3 5s in a row. I wish I'd recorded that.
Oh, damn!
That's the
Let's go. Let's
That was
go.
definitely good.
The high roller's coming in today.
I rolled another 5! What's going on?
Yay!
Let's go! Okay.
You've earned
Going
it.
down.
I rolled a 6!
Yay!
The high roller showing up today. Showing this bed who's really
I
rolling
was
the
gonna-
critical hits.
That was a 4. Still going pretty well. Oopsie. I just dropped my pen in my excitement.
Pen, pineapple, drop my pen.
When am I going to roll a 1? Come on, come on.
Apple, apple, pen.
3. We're going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. 5! It's going to be high, even if it's going to be halved.
Goddamn.
Alright, let's do this. Calculator. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5
5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5.
plus 6 plus
I think it's
4.
38.
Oh, hot diggity. You are
Which is
making up
42, so it's actually 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage. As you unleash this damage upon this goddamn piece of furniture, you watch as the bed splinters apart as you launch your last attack. It shatters to pieces, and the pieces start to fall off the tree. As you watch them fall down, you are now out of initiative, by the way. I'm gonna pop back to that, boop back to that, boom, bam, we are back. You watch as the pieces fall, and as they fall down from the tree, there is a sort of interesting phenomenon that you witness happen, which is something you may have heard about at some point. Not exactly sure now. I think it might not have come up. But as the pieces fall down from the tree, you watch them disintegrate after enough of a fall has taken place. They get vaporized after a certain point.
Interesting.
That's not
In-
an
as
effective
if-
mimic, but yes.
Don't fall, guys.
Okay.
You
I
could-
don't fall if I run up vertical surfaces.
True.
It's a new trick I learned.
That's great.
It's cool.
Thank
the,
you.
The bed had an adhesive property, which it can adhere to anything that touches
bed
it.
after us.
Bed
I
mimic.
can.
Well, you defeated your first mimic that you've knowingly encountered.
Mm-hmm. I shake
And you're
acid
safe.
slobber off my leg. That was fun. Let's do it
Yes.
again sometime.
Okay. So what were you saying before?
You were looking at the telescope and you looked confused.
Oh, I just it looked like we were on the wrong plane to use this to its full extent. So when we're back on the material plane, I'll try again, maybe.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Cool. Nothing else you want to tell me about the telescope? Cora's stalling very badly.
No.
No, are you sure?
I think Bronze had it at one point, but you already knew that.
Nothing about bronze you want to tell me? Apart from it being sucky.
No, not particularly, other than things you already know.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I wanted to ask, actually, are you all right? Because you seemed off before.
Core pats the rose drink you gave him. I am fine.
Okay.
Hello, Jade. Yes.
Hello.
I've never done this before. Usually people just kind of know, but I have to ask you a thing.
Wait, you've never done what before?
Have you reflected deeply within yourself recently? Outside meditation?
I mean, other than the stone that sometimes reflects light. Another joke. No,
really
not
good.
particularly. Things. I am. There's been some hardships for all of us, and I've been a little bit sensitive since we came here. But I think that can be attributed to being in a new place and learning things I didn't know about about bronze, and to be honest, I think I've just grown even more grateful and thankful to you, and I'm in many ways a lot more fulfilled and happier now than I was it's weird to say, when I was still living with Bronze, because I mean, I think knowing what I know and what he did, it's hard to look back on those times with the same kind of fondness as I used to. I was confused before, but now I know he forsaked whatever love he had for me, if there was any, that we could understand.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like now I know how it is to have real relationships.
Cool.
And
That's great. I'm so happy for you. Genuinely.
yes, thank you.
Have you? Well, I guess you have. That kind of is related. Have you reflected at all on our fountain conversation that we had an hour and a bit ago? At all? Maybe, kind of.
Only that you were somewhat sad or
No,
confused after.
Sad is the wrong word.
Okay.
Core looks like he's having some great internal struggle.
I mean, we obviously spoke about things which were very personal to you and, in a way, to both of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've said my piece. But if there's anything else you need to tell me or you want to talk about, I will listen and I'll hear it.
Jade.
Mm-hmm.
Are you... Core looks like he's allergic to these words. Do you have... Jade, do you love me?
What do you mean?
Oh boy. Like, do you, when you were talking before, that, how do I describe this? Like, Dreedy is my friend, and I enjoy spending time with Dreedy. But it's not in kind of like the light of my life. I want to spend forever with this person. I feel happier and more myself than with anyone else around. My friend. Kind of vibes.
Well, I don't feel the same way for Dreety as I do for you.
Uh-huh. So when you think of Dreedy, how do you feel?
She's a very nice and pleasant person to be around. She's very strong and powerful, and I would like to continue to be her friend and help her.
And when you think of me, you think those are the things you said at the fountain.
Mm.
Do you see a difference?
Jade looks like he's thinking very hard. Vaguely? Yes.
I'm... It's difficult. Okay. Okay, how about this? Can you just can you sit down? Just so we're on the same level. You're very, very tall. Just
yes. Jade descends a few branches.
So now they're like kind of eye level. So you feel friendship for Drini.
Yes,
You feel friendship for Tamar.
I'd say we're on our way. Certainly.
What you feel for me, we don't usually call that friendship. I don't think. I'm trying to understand your feelings, and I guess I kind of thought that was just like fine before, because I was like, this is Jade, and this is how Jade is, and this is how we are. But you were saying stuff that sounds a lot more like not friendship.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of friends who want to spend their entire lives with that one person. And
You're doing this on purpose.
oh no,
No, I'm not.
I'm sure there are a lot of friends who want to spend their lives with just the other person who exist in a synchronistic relationship, I suppose.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
Ah.
I have another question for you.
Mm.
Hello,
Hello.
I'm here.
Hi.
Yeah. When I back in the plane before you awoke, Sapphire Man, did you feel anything when I gave you that friendship kiss?
I don't know what friendship kisses usually feel like.
You see Core just dropping years off his life expectancy throughout this conversation. Cool.
I suppose
well,
it felt like a friendship kiss in that it made me feel like my stomach was very like this.
cool. Okay, so.
Oh, and another fun side effect was I felt like I felt it for a long time afterwards.
Cool. Jade,
Mhm.
I am asking now for your permission to do it again and see what you feel now.
Jade instinctively looks around for statues to awaken.
No, people don't do that usually to awaken statues. I just thought that was funny at the time, and it kind of worked.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
If you are not freaked out, I will do this.
I'm
Cora's like, dear God. He puts his hands on either side of Jade's face and he gives him another kiss.
It's a butterfly
pulls
flew
back slightly and he's like,
okay.
uh-huh. Okay.
The butterfly thing came back.
Cool. Does that answer any questions for you?
Jade blushes. Sinks back into the leaves slightly. Well, maybe it's a lot more different with you than with Driti than I originally thought.
Right. So, what do you want to do about this?
What do people usually do about this?
I am definitely the wrong person to ask. Me? I don't know because I have had one long-term actual relationship, and he's downstairs, drunk, passed out, and it didn't end well. So obviously I did a bad job. But usually, I don't know, you're just together.
Well, aren't we always together already anyway?
Yeah, but then there's like more to that.
Okay.
I feel like I need to get you like a book or something.
Cool.
Maybe I should get a book for myself.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think from what you've explained, you have to be correct. You're telling me that I'm in love with you. But that doesn't quite feel the same as maybe you saying that you're in love with me. So how do you feel?
I am. That's a very big word, and I have a very small mouth.
Don't do it. It's not in character.
What were you gonna say?
You've been known to fit bigger things in there.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I mean, look at who he's dated.
Anyway, that didn't happen because it's not in character, so...
God damn!
Cool.
You don't know.
When we were back down at the fountain, I was going to ask you if you were in love with Tamar.
Well, wouldn't he like to know? It's a running joke, isn't it?
And from what I know, you two have a lot of things to get through. I don't want to get in the way of that. If you don't... Maybe you don't love me.
I think the word love with someone like me takes a lot of time.
If you don't feel it for Tamar, that's 12 years.
That's different. There was a lot of other stuff going on. I was helping him run a gang. It's all thanks to me, by the way, that gang was successful, but we don't talk about that. There was so much happening, and I forgot.
I don't know if that's how it's supposed to go.
I don't think so.
If you can forget to love someone, and if your love is saying what I think it means, I don't know.
Right.
Sorry, I don't want to. I don't have the right emotions, understanding of them to help this situation.
Most people in their lives they love one person. That's fine. For me, I have feelings in varying degrees for different people. And I felt the most for Tamar, I think. But I feel a lot for you too. And you're very important to me. And I don't like it when you're sad. He taps his familiar. And I like being around you. But I don't know if the way I love people is something that you or Tamar would want. I know Avarice is okay with it, but I don't we're not in love with each other. It's not the same.
I'm very confused. I don't know what any of this means. Not really.
I don't want to make you unhappy, but I also don't want to. I feel like I've had this conversation before. I don't want to make you unhappy, but I don't want to leave you. That's how I feel.
Do you want to try being in a relationship with me?
We can.
Maybe like a yes or a no.
I think Core genuinely is laughing at that.
So I just can understand it a bit better.
Okay. Yes. We can try. Thomas is so happy. We can try. But if I hurt you, you need to tell me. Because I'm trying to be better. Trying. I haven't been a good person since I was. Ask Larry. I think it was probably a solid 7. Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. I know maybe what I just said seemed one way, but I'm okay waiting until you've spoken to Tamar before you answer.
Tamar was not okay with it when we started whatever we had, but he became more okay with it. That was a while ago. I don't really know how it feels now. In fact, I was, I was kind of shit to Tamar. I ruined his gang. I stole all the money. Well, I didn't steal it because I technically won it, so it was really mine. But like, we had a joint account. So
Cool. I wonder whether he might have ideas one way about what being on this journey with you is going to lead to for you and him.
Mm-hmm.
And if we go down back to the grocery shop and we were in a relationship, I think that might hurt him. Unless...
I mean, he knows I'm still sleeping with Avros, but I don't know how he feels about that. He seems okay with it. In fact, I think he still kind of likes Avros, so...
I don't think that's a relationship, though. It's a... Unless it is.
I mean, in a way, yeah, there's lots of different relationships you can have. There can be love relationships, there can be financial arrangements with benefits. I mean... And him. I'm fun to have around.
Talk to Tamar.
Yeah.
I will.
Wait. I promise. I can do this. It's easy. It's so easy to talk to Tamar.
And then we decide what to do.
Like the 3 of us? Haha, you're both green. That's funny. Sorry.
Well, I mean... I asked you the question.
Okay. I will talk to Tamar. when he has woken up from his absinthe haze,
I think
which is my fault.
I can hit him and wake him up, which is actually something I can do. I can hit someone and remove an effect on them.
Jade, that's probably not the best way to start the conversation.
Slap sense into people.
So, it could go one of two ways though, Jade. Because if I wake Tamara up and I'm like, hey, chat time, fun fact, I want to be in a relationship with Jade, but I kind of like, I have feelings for you, and what if he's going to find it really funny, on one option, or two, he's going to find it really not funny, and he'll be very upset. Should I just like...
I think
hold
he's
him
not
there?
going
No,
to
I'm not
find
strong
it
enough to do that.
funny.
Maybe.
I think you might
will-
find it funny.
No, I don't find any of this funny. You would know.
Okay. But I don't feel like the response of Tamar laughing and haha being okay with this.
He finds it funny
Sits.
when I fall into my own grave that I dig every day for myself.
That's different, I think, from finding the idea of this
Mhm.
funny. That's more. It seems a bit meaner.
Yeah, you're right. You're really smart, Jade. Has anyone ever told you that?
I'm smart, but I don't understand half of what I'm saying, is my problem.
It makes
I'm
sense to
sure
me,
if
and
I
am also
knew
very
what my
smart.
feelings were called, that's the thing. I do feel the things.
Mhm.
I just don't know what they are. So it's very hard to use my words
Uh-huh.
constructively
Uh-huh.
outside
you.
of analytical and logical situations.
I mean, you make sense to me. I understand everything you're saying. So, this was a good talk.
Yes. Yes.
I will talk to Tamar. When he wakes up, not from being punched. I still don't think he'll like that. I will ask Driti to wake him up. But can I, we'll go down. Are you done looking at the telescope for now? Because you kind
Yes.
of like decided. Well, are we both going down then together?
I can do whatever I need to do.
Okay. Can I show you how to like give a non-friendship kiss? Because you don't seem to know.
Right now?
I mean, he looks around. There's no one here, so it's a good time. If you want to. If you don't want to, I don't want to. Because you kind of talked last time, and you just don't do that.
I have a long answer.
Mm-hmm.
I want to. Yes. But I wonder if you shouldn't talk to Tamar first.
Okay. I just kind of wanted to teach you so you knew what you were getting into, but I can just tell you how to practice whilst I go talk to Tamar. You don't talk. That's the most important one.
You can practice without another person.
You can think about it.
How does one do that?
Think. How does one think?
We can fade to black as Cole goes into all the ins and outs on how to do a non-friendship kiss.
We pan up to the nighttime sky as we cut back into the past briefly.
That was great.
That was fantastic.
Quality content.
Very-
I continue
Tomorrow
drawing
coming for you.
corner.
Well, I am looking forward as a DM to that conversation. Tomorrow's an enigma. But we're cutting back to the past.
But now I'm scared.
Verdriti, you are there by yourself, as everybody is either incapacitated in some form or another, or the other players have left the scene. You are left to your own devices for a little bit, as you're waiting for, well, Ilaria to come back, or somebody else to waken from their stupor. It doesn't seem as though Avros specifically is encumbered by any sort of non-natural trance, I guess, or state.
Okay, so Drudy did have things she wanted to do.
What would you like to do? You got time to do it now.
Well, her first thing is Core goes out after Jade, and Journey's like, okay, I am going to write down that thing about... Journey briefly updates her medical journal on Core.
Okay.
Then
What
she
are you
goes...
saying about Core? Is it his color scheme?
Yeah, that's it.
Keen?
She goes over to Tamar and casts Lesser Restoration. She had already planned on doing this before Core had mentioned it.
Retreaty, thanks.
Here, put some food in your system. And she actually passes the orange that is now peeled.
Thanks. Vitamins and all that. Okay, I'll just...
Yes.
I'm a little bit dizzy. Did I pass out? I passed out, didn't I? I
You
apologize.
did not handle your alcohol well.
I didn't mean to drink so much.
I wonder if we need to build up your tolerance, or perhaps maybe you should drink less.
I think both of those are good options. We can explore both paths. I'll have the orange, thank you very much. Mmm. This is fresh. Where did you get this from? This picked off the vine immediately.
She flourishes her hand and makes a pomegranate.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool. You can make pomegranates, but that doesn't explain where you got the orange.
Other hand, orange.
Oh, yeah, right. You can make all fruit. Of course, that makes sense. I of course, was jesting. How you doing, Vidri?
Temporarily fine.
Well, at least you're doing fine. In right now. What happened to everybody else? Where is everybody?
Gore is talking to Jade. Alaria, I think, is making food or something. She went off a little bit ago, and the other two are sleeping.
Hey, Vidri, I think I've noticed something. With, between Core and Jade. Don't tell Core I know this. I think Core...
Sorry, this is not Jaridi laughing. This is just me going, oh my god, this is...
This is a sitcom.
Yes.
So, I think Core might want Jade as a best friend.
No!
They've been together a lot. As best friends are. Emotionally supportive.
Jaridi just kind of
Such a
stares.
hippo.
Just stares at Tamar.
Your stare tells me, like, I'm onto something.
Well... No, it is too... It is...
That's fair. I know it's a bit of a bombshell. I'm sorry, Rodriguez, that Core didn't choose you as his best friend. I can only imagine how that must feel. And he puts a hand on Dree's shoulder. It'll get better.
Aylin, I didn't hear any of that, but I'm sure it was funny.
Sorry, Alan, what did you say?
Oh. She said, we're very humorous, Tamar.
I'm glad. I don't try to be, but I appreciate that I can bring a little light into some people's lives. Sometimes. But you will heal. Don't worry.
I did already, your hands. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, I didn't
I was
cast
just
anything.
cackling.
Took me a while to process that, but I think I'm okay with that. I think Core needs some happiness in his life.
You all do.
Not the bad guys, though.
Including you.
They don't deserve any happiness at all. We will eviscerate our enemies. They will not find the good times. We are the bad times coming to find our enemies.
Yes, but you deserve some happiness too.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And at that point, you hear a door open. And Alaria walks in with a cake. A very bright orange peach colored cake. Orangey peach. Sort of like a sunsetty, a pastel sort of sunset color. Oh, I think I understand. And she just comes down and sits down with you at the table. She looks at sleeping Avros, puts the cake in front of him for a moment. Avros continues to sleep. And then she looks at you and she looks at Tamar. Well, I think the curse is gone at least. Food doesn't seem to have woken him up this time. I haven't even seen him act that way.
Yeah, Trudy is just very methodically taking apart this pomegranate, and there's an orange sitting on the table now, too. Another one.
She'll cut the cake into slices at this point as well. And she'll pass a few slices to you, Rodridi. She'll pass them to Tamar. She'll put one in front of Avros. She'll put one in the vague direction of where Sapphire Man is currently in the room, just kind of in the corner. She puts it at the corner of the table.
I'm fine, thank you.
Are you sure?
I have had, yes. Jade's cake was enough cake for like month. I'm good.
That's reasonable. I personally love cake, so I will have a little bit more. I don't know how
Please.
Avros feels. He might not want to see the side of it at this point, but we'll have to wait till he wakes up. I presume we're waiting for the return of our dubious duo.
Yes, they are off having a chat.
Okay.
About things, I assume.
Tamar looks at Ilaria. I think they're best friends now. She chuckles.
Trudy exchanges a look with Ilaria.
Ilaria can't help but sneak out a laugh.
She prepares a bucket of popcorn.
Everyone just bunkers down for the show.
She takes another slice of cake. And she just looks at Tamar and smiles at him.
They are very, very close friends.
Oh, Tamar, you amuse me. And then he looks at her and Rodridi. I don't know why. I feel like I've been very serious this whole time.
You're building this up. It's going to be horrific.
I don't know why is he so funny. I wonder. And he taps his toe a little bit and he starts to think. And at this point, Avros wakes up.
Avros, would you like some cake?
I'll have a little bit. I feel like I've eaten a lot of cake recently. I won't partake in too much cake. Oh, this is a nice cake! It's quite lovely. Look at it. It's like a sun setting. Alara, this is your cooking, isn't it? I can tell you're cooking from a mile away. Avros, I bought it. I didn't cook any cake. Never mind.
She hates him so much.
I'll have a. Is it? Did you really? Did you bring? No, I bought it. I just mentioned that. I bought it at a store. It's not my cooking, but I picked it out. I'll just have a bite. Okay. Great cake. Avros, I'll get you some cutlery. And she goes out and disappears and brings out some little one of those little dessert forks for everybody. She puts a few of them.
Don't bring any pointed objects into the room, please.
There's a lot of pointed forks. And she
Jade's
leaves.
body is a weapon.
She leaves a plate of plate for both Jade and Core. She kind of leaves a big plate, one big plate, bigger than the rest, and she puts 2 slices of cake on that same plate. And then she gazes at Tamar. And Tamar looks back at her. Is there something on my face?
She looks at me, and I look
She looks back at the plate, and then back at Tamar. Tamar looks at her, and then at the plate. Do we run out of plates? And she just can't handle it anymore. And at this point, I think you guys return. You barge in
oh boy.
through the bedroom window.
Trudy is just popping pomegranate seeds like popcorn. Just
Cool.
ready for the show. Mostly because Tamar is just clueless and
Core sees everyone at the table. He's like, I thought I got rid of all of you.
Avros
Your
takes
mother's
Looking
okay.
back.
Avros takes one look at Core and Jade's demeanor. Looks at Tamar. Oh, this is gonna be fabulous.
So mean.
He scoots back just a little bit with his cake. Welcome back.
do you want this to be private? I can Just take the away.
You know, I can just Tamar.
Yes.
We're doing this quick. Okay, there are lots of pointed objects in this room. Would you like to just come with me real quick to the bedroom? It has no bed in it, so it's a bedroom.
What happened to the bed?
No bed, because we destroyed it and it bit me.
We punched it to death.
Oh.
Oh.
How are Jade and Core looking in terms of like
Core's
health
bleeding.
Cora's bleeding. Jade is completely fine.
Okay.
Core got nommed.
How is like half health kind of like?
No, like 10 points of damage or something.
Okay.
11 points or something. I don't know. It was 11 points of damage that he took.
You get 9 back plus 2 temp HP.
So I'm back to full. Thank you. Cora's like, cheers. I destroyed it, by the way. It disintegrated. It was great. I'm very powerful.
That is
Very well
Cool.
done.
So you bring
Tamar?
Tamara aside?
Yes. You can bring the cake if you want. Just don't bring the fork. Just bring the cake.
Oh, okay, I'll just bring my slice. I'll be right back.
In fact, don't even bring the plate.
Should I?
Jade, maybe you wait outside the door, and if everything is great, I will bring you in. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And
Goodbye, everyone.
You walk Tamara into the bedroom. Ilaria waves to you. Avros is looking like he's just beside himself at this point. He's just grinning.
Cool, like, sneers at everyone and then shuts the door behind them.
When Jade's left alone in the room with everyone, he
They're
just
all like,
says, "Hello."
Hello, Jade. It was good to chat.
Hello, Jade. It's good to see you again.
everyone's like, welcome to the fold.
Congratulations, by the way. Tamara will not handle this well at all.
Handle what well?
Oh. The confrontation.
You're screaming.
I just have an inkling of a feeling. Just an inkling.
It could go well.
I have absolutely no faith whatsoever in that man.
Oh, you all have. Oh, I see. You all understood this before I did.
You're not subtle, and while you may not understand your own feelings at times, I am a master of romance. I am Avros, after all.
No.
I would be... Okay, well... Debatable. But I did litter on the... Okay, that's not relevant in this, in this context.
I feel like this
I
still
love
goes on.
Avros.
Leave it be. Leave it be. We forget the lake.
You know what? Maybe it'll go fine. What could possibly go wrong? I'm sure it'll be okay. Tamara is known to be an emotionally stable man.
We'll be fine. He's very sober right now.
Jade is very clearly extremely like closing up about this and blushing more the more that you talk about it. He seems
Aw.
like he definitely does
Jade
not
is
want
so,
to have
like-
this conversation.
What does Jade's blushing look like? I need to know this. It's important.
So you know how just Jade has like Jade is a stone. Sometimes has those fissures of like amber running through it, which Jade kind of has on his skin. It's just like that rises to his
glowing.
cheeks. Like he glows a little bit.
Jade, you don't necessarily need to hear this from me, the master of romance.
I don't think I need to hear it.
But I'm happy for you. And
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think going forward it will be a wonderful journey.
I don't know what you're talking about.
A memorable one. With many highs, maybe some
No, no, no.
lows.
No.
Core is a chaotic individual after all. But I know that it'll be. a
This
good
is
one.
canon.
And he'll pat you on the shoulder while you're hiding from everybody.
No, please.
Grady just makes Jade a sunflower.
Sapphire Man is meditating. Now. We cut into the bedroom. Tamara is there. He's got his cake in hand.
I
So,
can't do this. I'm sick.
Have some cake.
I know. I'm good. I don't need cake.
It's quite nice.
You enjoy your cake.
Okay.
You need it more than I do.
More-
So,
Yes.
how are you feeling? How's your day going?
Okay. How's your day going?
Pretty well. I mean, it's a bit turbulent, but
Turbulent? Okay.
I'm quite okay with this moment right here.
Okay.
Cool.
For
Yes.
look, I need to tell you something.
Mhm.
I know
About what?
about you and Jade.
Oh, you seem fine.
Well, I don't really mind necessarily, but I was consoling Verdriti earlier, as a fellow friend of yours.
Why would Druidi care?
Well, I think it's become quite apparent that Jade has become your best friend. I've noticed the support that you've been giving each other, and I think that's a wonderful thing.
God, Tamar, you're such a dumbass. I say, not Cora.
Oh, okay.
Cora's like, oh. Close, but no cigar for you, buddy.
What do you mean?
You know, first we need to talk about you.
I'm not your
So-
best friend, am I, right now? Am I your best friend?
Do you want to be my best friend?
You go ahead first.
Well, I wanted to know
Mhm.
what you were kind of, expecting
What do you mean?
from me. Me, myself, and I. Wonderful. Amazing.
I don't know if I can expect anything from you. You're a chaotic force.
Yeah, it's true.
I haven't really expected anything necessarily. I didn't want to put any expectations on you. I've just been dealing with my own issues. Why? Why are you asking such a question? You've never been that concerned with the future before. It's unlike you
That's
almost.
true. Yeah, it is kind of unlike me, isn't it? It's almost like I'm getting older. Character development.
Right.
Not physically, of course, I still look great. But,
As you always do.
I know. Do you still, I don't know, like me?
Very much so. I can't get over those feelings.
Oh,
I mean,
was
battling
very
internally.
strong. Cool. So.
It's not him smiling. It's...
I'm trying to keep it. I quoted this to himself, honestly. Right. So,
Yes.
you like me.
Yes.
I like you. We know
You
this.
hesitate
This
in the
is
way
like-
that you say that.
Huh?
You hesitate a little bit.
No. There's not a hesitation there.
It's just my imagination and my insecurities. It's fine. I have to deal with that.
Yeah, you really do.
I'm sorry.
You, in the past, have objected to certain things that I do.
I know. That was
But
in the past, though.
It's in the past, yeah. But you know how I am in relationships with people.
Yeah, of course.
So, if I were to propose, trying this thing again, and I would stop
Trying
my
what
bad
again?
behavior. Trying something between us eventually. Again.
Between the two of us. Are you
Maybe.
sure? Just the two of us.
Oh, that's where I was going with this.
I think maybe we could work on it just alone, the two of us. Going forward, working on our
I
flaws.
hate you, Thomas.
I think I like the sound of that, actually.
Cool.
But I need to think about it a little bit longer.
Oh, yeah. The thing is, I also like Jade. And Jade likes me.
Like,
And,
as friends? As friends.
no, I don't think you really want to kiss your friends.
And he passes out and falls over as he hyperventilates and breaks the desk behind him. With a thundering clash, he falls to the ground.
I draw my bow and run upstairs.
You hear
Trudy
A thundering clash of a big man falling to the ground with a force unlike you've heard in quite a while. And you all rush to the scene. And as you rush to see what on earth has happened, has Tamar lashed out? As Cor is looking upon his compatriots' unconscious body, we are going to end it there on that cliffhanger for the session.
That's terrible.
Fiend! We
So
have
there
to
we-
wait 2 weeks!
So that we can wait for that juicy content to come in the next session of Disappointment Crew. I mean, fucking Shiny Boys, not Disappointment Crew. Session 41. Thank you all for playing. How are you guys feeling?
I don't know.
I'm fine, I lied, I'm dying inside.
I am ready for next time.
What a
Gonna get the eucalyptus back
what a
out. Gonna
juicy
wake
ending.
up tomorrow. Oh.
That poor sucker did not see that coming.
He should have known.
He should have. He really should have.
Yeah. Core is polyamorous. I can't stress this enough.
And Tamar is a dumbass. I can't stress
Yeah.
that enough. Avarice also has
And
himbo
Jade
energy,
is a
but
statue.
can't
It's
stress
the
it
love
enough.
quadrangle.
Avarice is pretty supportive. Avarice is, I think, pretty happy for Jade. But he also is perceptive enough to know that there was something going on. So
Avros knows that they're not exclusive and it's not a thing like that. So Avros, yeah,
Tamar also knows that, but
I think he has not accepted this.
he's conflicted internally about things. Cake, maybe even too. Whether he should have that piece of cake or
I
not.
can't believe you're doing this, Thomas. We'd wait 2 weeks for the conclusion.
Yeah.
I couldn't help myself. I have to do it that way.
I am angry.
Queenie's gonna be in for a shock. I'm also looking forward to recapping the session next fortnight. So that's gonna be one hell of a ride. There's
Yeah.
also
Oh my
some
God.
highlights there. What?
Also, I will say, I don't think that Trudy has the exact specifics of the Core's polyamorous, but I feel like she's like, oh, I see feelings connection point here. I see feelings connection point here.
She has a little conspiracy wall.
Yeah, it's a wall. If you want to figure it out, Core is
I
pansexual,
agree.
polyamorous, and before he had an open relationship, but he is considering closing that. So
Yeah.
that's that explained.
As far as relationship wise, Tamar is very hung up on many things, whereas Avarice is very laissez-faire.
Yeah.
He loves life and fun times. Tamar
He
is
loves love.
a sad boy. Sad boy. But we love him too. And yeah, I think that's
I personally think a poly relationship with Jade, Tamar, and Core, and maybe Avaros is funny. And
It
I
is
think
funny.
it would be a really fun team.
It's great. Yeah.
I think
Trudy
Jade
just cheering them on from the sapphic sidelines.
yeah. Jade only has one thought,
as is
which
a
is only going to be relevant if from a certain point. So I'm going to save it until then.
What's that? No, you can't do that, Emma. You know that hurts my soul.
No, I don't want to hurt your soul.
You've hurt my soul.
No.
Painful.
I think Jade is open to being in a polyamorous relationship, but he has to feel something for the other people in the group as well.
I wonder
To a degree.
what Jade's feelings are towards the other party members. I think he probably has more of a connection, friendship-wise at least, with Tamar than he does with Avarice, probably.
Yeah. So, can you imagine him being like, we need to go on a date? To Tamar and Avros,
Those would be such chaotically, disastrously different dates.
yeah, I know. Jade and Tamar.
Sharing is caring.
I somehow think, now hear me out on this, this is my head theory. I think, personally, that a date between Jade and Avarice would actually somehow be more awkward than Jade and Tamar.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Well, Avros and Jade don't have
Anything in
chemistry.
common. But I don't think Jade really knows that yet. I think that if it's possible for Jade, then that's where it would have to go.
Probably more possible with Tamar and Jade and Core than
Yeah.
Ambrose and Jade.
Yeah, because I think the thing with that is I think Jade kind of knows that he is on the asexual spectrum, and polyamory. It's like there's no Venn diagram, and he doesn't want it to sort of fall into the case of like Jade is ever like on the side, and then it's because he has a bit of trauma with that, I think. So he would want his ideal situation would be where he could be in a romantic relationship or various kinds of love to a degree with everybody in the group, even if like maybe say there was one day a sexual relationship, even if that was reserved for only maybe one amongst.
So basically, Jade sits down with Tamar, Core is like, maybe you, not you. We can go and.
He would be like, I need to see how this goes. But I don't even think he knows that yet.
No. Jade doesn't even know how to kiss someone, so.
No, he has no idea what's going on. He's just
Core
like.
is genuinely concerned. He's
I'm excited to see how this is going to develop. This is going to be fun. Funky, fun, and wild.
if we can ever wake Tamar up again.
If we can ever wake him again.
No, we
Maybe.
will.
Tamar's like,
will.
Core has caused me too much stress. I have decided to pass on.
What would you do if we came back next
I
session? I was
decided
like,
to pass away.
so it's like, okay, welcome
Not
to
happening.
session 41. So you, Verdrini, you do a medicine check on Tamar, and it turns out he's passed away. He's gone.
Nope.
He's died.
Not happened. He's not dead.
I have a
Dr-
diamond.
Dr-
His soul has been.
Exactly. That's what.
oh no!
Right, that's
wait.
why I
Hang
gave
on,
it to
hang on.
That's a
Tamar-
1,000-carat diamond. We chop that baby up, and we've got 3.
Hang on,
Three.
hang on though. But like,
One
okay,
for
here's
me,
a thought.
One for Driti and one for Core.
If we all die.
Here's a
Sorry.
thought though. So Tamar's a half orc.
Yep.
He passes out. He pops back up immediately though.
That's true.
He's a
Immediately.
half-orc. Maybe it was just too powerful for even his half-orc gene.
It's the other half is then coming
other
in
half,
to
yeah.
keep him down.
I think this is the other half taking him over a little bit, and he's just the fainting from.
Thomas, send a Snapchat.
Oh, I shall after the session. But okay, if you watched this point in the video, the stream, lots of love. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow for the Disappointment Crew, and then next week for more Disappointment Crew, and then the week after that for another double D&D session. So stay tuned. Keep your eyes peeled for some more good content. I'll leave it all there. Thank you to our wonderful players for providing us with this glorious content tonight. Love you all very much. Thanks for making time for the session. And happy 2021. Let's hope that we have an awesome series of sessions this year. I can't wait to see where we're going to progress in both campaigns. I'm excited. And I'll leave it there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For now.
Bye-bye.